What's up, guys? Crypto Mike here. I think I'm already shadow banned. I think they banned this stream just because of the title. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It's crazy because I have a ton of truth to tell you about, but I mean, even Elon wouldn't approve of this much truth. Because he's one of them, you know that, right? Hope you know that. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those kind of streams. I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm gonna irresponsibly be honest, which is a crazy thing to say nowadays. Someday we'll be back to a place where we can be honest without feeling guilty. Can you even hear me? Probably not. Can you even hear me? There's no one here. I guess I haven't been doing enough YouTubing for them to be pushing me out nowadays. I wonder what it looks like. You can probably not even hear it because the music's going. Alright, anyways, yeah, so this is Crypto Mike here with the mic check. 1 2 1 2. Is this thing on? Yeah, I just felt like just going live. Why not? I don't know. I have like an hour to kill maybe. Not too long. But I say that every stream, and then I start just chatting away, and then it just kind of it turns into like 2 hours, and sometimes turns into like 6 hours, but I have to go back to work soon, so it's not going to be 6 hours, that's for sure. Anyways, hope you guys are doing well. Let me see if I can turn my face on. Oh yeah, there he is. Beautiful Mike. Yeah, you guys, crypto has been, there's been a lot going on in crypto the last few months. And it's been exciting. I've been working very hard, 12-hour days, just so I can put enough in to be satisfied. I'm still not satisfied with my portfolio, but someday I will be. I want to make this bull run count. I want to make it count. So, because it might be it really could be the last one. Before we go into like chaos, before the world sees true chaos, and I feel like that's coming. I feel like it's coming soon. So I feel like this is kind of like our last chance to get oh man, I was gonna try not to cuss for 15 minutes so that they don't censor me? I don't know. I messed up, but it's alright. I'm just not used to YouTubing. I haven't done this for a while. Anyways, things are gonna get pretty crazy, I think. The astrology for this year is pretty crazy. It's really crazy. It's just all lining up for this year to be truly like life-changing. Like everything, not everything, but a lot of the construct that we're used to in our lives, in our like everyday lives, things that we've gotten used to over the years or over the course of our lives, really, a lot of that's going to get turned upside down. And you know, and the elite are going to use that. They're going to use astrology like they always do. They're going to use the way we're all going to be like emotional. They're going to use our emotions against us. But the cool thing is, if you try to understand it a little, you know, you can actually, I mean, what I realize is that we're gonna we're going like shifting into a higher dimension, like ourselves, like throughout the whole universe. You know, the Earth at least is going to, you know, we're shifting into a different part of the universe, which is higher dimension. And so like we're shifting into a higher power. Like we need to start realizing our true power. We have a lot of power inside us. And we certainly can stand up for our God-given human rights, you know, which we're really not doing, but we're starting to. And we can like really take a stand and say, you know, fuck you to these people who are just trying to crush us for their own gain. You know, they're really just using us, and it's just sick. And yeah, so I'll go into that a little. Everything's a psyop, you know, including this whole like Putin interview that's coming up. It's gonna be used to like manipulate us. I have no doubt about that. Because Tucker's he's one of them. You know, Elon's one of them. They're all opposed, like controlled opposition. So yeah, we're gonna be like psyoped. So just be wary of that. Just know that you're gonna be used. They're gonna manipulate the masses with this interview. They might be trying to kick off something, as far as like protests and riots that'll probably come sometime, maybe in the summer, sometime this year. I don't know if it'll be on the right or left, but it doesn't matter because it's most likely gonna happen. This year is like poised to be chaotic. Just all the astrology is like telling us this, especially and it's Trump's year too, like his with his natal chart or whatever. I don't know too much about astrology, but I'm just kind of getting into it, and I'm starting to realize, I've already realized though, that billionaires go off of astrology. So they make their moves based on astrology, and that's how they become billionaires. But well, another thing you have to do to become a billionaire basically is learn how to manipulate humans, you know, manipulate groups of people and for your own gain. And so like most people just don't have that in them. You have to really like sacrifice. There's a lot to sacrifice if you want to be a billionaire. You know, if you want to make a lot of money, have a lot of power, you have to learn how to lie, and you have to learn how to lie very well. So it's just something I wouldn't be able to do. Besides, anyone who's a billionaire these days, you know, you might think they're awesome, like Peter Thiel or Elon Musk, but they're just the same as all the other billionaires, man. I'm telling you. And it's not just billionaires. It's the type of person who has what it takes to become a billionaire. I mean, unless you accidentally become a billionaire through crypto or something like that, just making the right investments. I mean, that's probably like one of the only honest ways to retain, like, because you don't even have power. You have monetary value, but you don't have like power unless you're using your, you know, you're trading as a way to like influence people. Anyways, yeah, no, I've just got so much to say. Like, it's all pent up. I haven't said anything. I haven't like talked about this stuff to anyone for a long time. So I'm just all over the place. But anyways, is anyone here? Hey, there's a few people here. Cool. Thanks for the thumbs up, the one thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you. So I don't know. I guess I wanted to just, I don't know, just ramble on about crypto a little bit. A few of these are I'm starting to get excited about my portfolio because I'm starting to realize, like, I've been really thinking a lot about it the last month, 2 months. I've just really got back into crypto the last like 3-4 months. Pretty much sold it all. Like, got out of crypto for like a year. Now I'm back in, and I'm starting to get excited again because it's gonna be fun as far as like financial. Honestly, this might be the only fun we have. That like anyone who's in crypto is lucky, because it's just like 2020. The world was in shambles. Like, everything was falling apart. You know, this whole COVID scam, of course it was a scam, of course. And that was the part that worried me, was people's reactions to it. Like, so many people believed it, and so many people were sheep, that it really did a number on my mental health. I'll be honest, and I'm always honest. So it really bugged me, especially living out here in California. How many people around me were falling prey to this whole thing, and they were giving into the fear. They were freaking out. It was insane. And it's gonna happen again. I think something like that's gonna happen this year. I don't know if I don't think it'll be a pandemic. I think financially, there really is a good chance that we do get some kind of like EMP attack or solar flare. They might even attack us with an EMP. It might even be the U.S. government that does it, the military who does it, and then all they would have to do is, it'd be so easy. A cyber attack is a faceless. There's no one to blame because you don't know who did it. So if they attack us with a solar flare or an EMP, all they have to do is say it was a solar flare or it was an enemy. It's just crazy. So that could happen, and that's probably going to happen. I mean, but at the same time, the WEF warned us that they're warning us about it, and they're doing that full well knowing that people are listening to them, because since they warned about COVID, they did a whole they did a whole like thing, a whole big event talking about if there was to be a pandemic, what we would do, what the outcome would be, how we would shift basically society to a place where they're more vulnerable, that we can just put rules and bills into place that, you know, we can write into bills, that stuff that people don't even know about, that is going to help change the way we're able to dictate like our will against the American people. And I'm just speaking as an American. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn my car on and roll the freaking windows up. There's probably people out there who are like, I don't know, it's just too loud out there. Anyways, so so I think this is our chance. I think too, like people like BlackRock, they're gonna kickstart a massive crypto run. I'm glad that nothing happened when the ETF got approved, because that gives us more of a chance. And they are trying to keep it so that, you know, because it is manipulated. It's easily manipulated, and so they're manipulating it so that people don't know if it's bullish or bearish. It's extremely bullish having the ETF approved, the Bitcoin ETF approved. They might be waiting actually till there's a possibility that the bull run won't even really kick off until the Ethereum ETF is approved in May, and that'll be around the same time that the Fed starts rate cuts. So obviously, rate cuts are gonna amount to the same kind of bullish activity that we had in 2020, because that's what happened. We had massive rate cuts back then, And on top of that, we had COVID, which just crushed the economy, and it also gave the Treasury an excuse to print trillions of dollars, which is gonna happen again. And I think it's gonna happen by May. And that would mean our lives are gonna get chaotic again, just like in 2020. And it's all timed perfectly. The Bitcoin halving is like, it's timed perfectly to astrology. Like the same thing happens the last 3 halvings. And so if the same thing happens again, that means this halving will be on April 10th. So we'll see. No one really knows yet, but it seems to be following a pattern. And the Bitcoin halving is going to be April 10th. If it follows the same pattern that it did the last 3 halvings. Which is there's only a 1 in 28 chance that it happens, but it's probably going to happen because there's just a pattern going on. Bitcoin is definitely following astrology and astrological movements and stuff like that. And I'm just getting into that stuff, and it's insane. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. Anyway, I wish I'd pulled my computer up. Maybe I can get some Wi-Fi and pull your chats up. Let me see. Actually, I could just go to my YouTube here, and because I would like to interact with you guys. Let's see. But you guys, you have to know, guys. You have to know what's up. You guys, you have to know, guys. Can I mute it? You have to know what's up. You guys, you have to know, guys. Can I do that? Okay. What's up, A-Rod? Dude, I was gonna text you. I think I did. I'm not sure. So what's up, Parsa? What's going on, brother? Hey, nice to see you. You got I forgot. You got a good beard like me. All right. So what's up, John? What's up, John? John Bryant, right? They warn us because they have to tell us karmically, so no karma blows back on them. I still don't know how that works, or like why, what part of their, if it's their religion, if they really truly do have to like warn us karmically, that makes sense. But it's so sneaky that aren't they gonna get bad karma anyways? Aren't they? I mean, the way they sneak it up. I mean, obviously most people aren't gonna see it because most people aren't looking for that because they're denying, they're basically going behind our backs and they're lying to us. Isn't that bad karma in itself? Just lying to us, getting us to trust them and fall into all their traps, which is just plentiful, like insanely plentiful. I mean, actually almost everything we do is part of a big trap. It's literally part of a conspiracy to trap us and gain control on their end. And the crazy thing is there are a lot of people, normal people like you and I, who are actually waking up to that. And they're saying, you know what? I'd rather be with them since they're having all the fun. And so they're actually aspiring to be like these elite who are lying. So there's a lot of people, especially Democrats, a lot of people out there who are like, you know what? I'm going to lie to the people. I'm going to get them to trust me. And I'm going to become the elite. I'm going to be one of them. But the people won't know it. And there's a lot of people out there that we trust who are part of them. And we don't know it because they're saying the things we want to hear. They're saying truths. They're telling us the truth about a lot of things. But they're hiding the truth about a lot of other things. A lot of the people on the right that we trust, a lot of them are, what I've noticed is that the right side, they really do appreciate hearing the truth. And so the right side influencers out there, the big ones, yeah, they're pushing the truth. Democrats, they've grown comfortable not really hearing the truth or even being okay with lying. They lie to themselves. They within that party, they lie to themselves. So they've gotten, the big influencers, the politicians, they've all, and the corporations, the tech, big tech, they've all gotten the Democrats comfortable with, with hearing lies and being okay with it because it's for the greater good. And that, so there's always this big greater good. They all have their own agendas. Like everyone has their own agenda, right? It's tough to trust anyone in this world right now. It's really, yeah, I need to start studying the Kabbalion, John, and this is gonna definitely be censored, but I don't care. Obviously I don't care. I don't really go on YouTube anymore. Maybe, you know, I'm on X quite a bit, but even Elon, Elon's one of the biggest liars out there. Have you noticed the last year, like how far right he's gone? He's just appealing to the people on the right side. Like, that's all he's doing. It's obvious to me. I mean, I think it's obvious to a lot of people, but, you know, it's crazy how they've really damaged our mental health by confusing the hell out of us. Most people, you know, there's a lot of people out there who are blissfully ignorant, and I'm sure that's really nice. I bet it's fun. I really do. I bet they're just happy. I bet they're happy, you know, and that might be a nice way to live, to be honest, you know. But at this point, oh man, looks like my signal's getting cut out or something, or maybe it's just this. Here, hold on. Yeah, what's up, bro? Good to see you guys, man. It's been a while. I just felt like I'm in the mood to just talk and stuff, and talk about crypto and talk about conspiracies. And yeah, Tucker Carlson, man, controlled opposition, dude. And it's not even like opposition, it's they're literally all in on it at this point. And it's almost, they're getting to a point where they have so much power and control that it doesn't even matter that we know anymore. So they're actually, it's almost kind of like scary that to think that they might even be slowly wanting us to know. Like, they're giving us clues, and all the clues are coming. They're coming faster than ever. They're coming bigger than ever, because they don't care anymore, because their plan has already been fulfilled. When Biden got into office, that was it. When COVID happened, actually it was before that, and Trump is part of it too. I hope you don't believe Trump is your savior, because he's not. No. So, I mean, there's a lot of people out there who think he is, but he's not. He's probably going to get back in office, and things are going to appear to be better. At least I'm kind of looking forward to that. Like, at least, but the people out here in California are going to fucking turn into demons again, like they did when Trump got into office. Oh, God, I'm not looking forward to that. I mean, they turn into fucking demons, man. I'm telling you. They can't suppress the information. Well, that's partially true. I mean, yeah, there's too many people waking up. Yeah, there's too many people waking up. It's depressing to be woke right now, to be true woke. I'll tell you. It's not depressing. It's kind of like, but I'm sure like anyone who does wake up to enough is gonna go through their depression stage, because it's almost, you really feel like there's almost nothing you can do. But that is part of the PSYOP too. That's part of the PSYOP. They want us thinking we have no power. They're too powerful, but they're not. If we all just wake up and unite, and which is weird, like literally, the world is on the brink. We're on the line. Like, there's no turning back. We're either going to go one way or another, and people need to wake up and unite now. Like, that's what needs to happen. People need to know how powerful they really are, especially we have numbers. I mean, like, they don't even have a lot of people. They have money, but if the financial system's going to collapse, what is money going to, like, the definition of money stays the same, but the way we perceive money is going to be different. And so, like, people they don't really understand that, you know, and there are people who do understand it to some degree and some don't. Like, there is going to be a shift of power, you know, and crypto is going to be a big part of that, you know. And so, I mean, but dude, look, it's the bankers, man. They've been stacking gold and silver. Dude, bankers have a ton of Bitcoin. Trust me, like, they don't want you to know that. Of course, that's why they lie to us and say like it's shit. But the bankers probably have the U.S. has more Bitcoin than we even can like fathom. Bitcoin, gold, silver. Look at JP Morgan. Or no, yeah, JM. I think it's JP Morgan has like the biggest supply of silver, like physical silver in the world. I think it's Jamie Dimon's JP Morgan, right? Um, yeah, they've been stacking silver for a long time, and they've been suppressing the price. They've been shorting the hell out of it and suppressing it, and it's all manipulated. So I think someday they know that they won't be able to do that anymore, and so they're stacking it, and they know the price is going to explode once the US dollar starts hyperinflating, which who knows when that could happen in any day. I mean, it could happen any year. I don't know. I think within the decade we're going to see some degree of like hyperinflation in the US dollar. Now, let alone all the other currencies. Thankfully, anyone who lives in the US and anyone who has that kind of US dollar system and works and gets paid in US dollars, we're going to be the last one to fail. The US dollar is going to be the last one to fail out of all the major currencies because everything's backed by it. Like, so it's and it's backed by the American, like, well, it's really not backed by anything, but it's basically backed by the American like economy, which is about to like just fail too. I mean, I feel like we're gonna go into a whole different area of life of like we're just gonna like no one's we can prepare, but there's gonna be so many factors. It's almost like we're really being turned upside down, inside out, like, and you can prepare as much as you want, but I don't think anyone truly knows. Now the elite, this big Kabbalion, like the worshippers, all these people at the top, the 0.01%, they're gonna try to control it as much as they can, but even they can't like they can't manipulate it all the way. You know, this big shift that's coming. But they're gonna do their best, and yeah, it's gonna have an effect on us. It's gonna like really mess us up and stuff. But yeah, fear is that's right. Warriors Code. Fear is the biggest weapon, and they're getting us so scared, and it's barely even started. So just knowing that is extremely important because, dude, I mean, like, really, you have all the power in the world. Like, you're part of Source. You're part of God. You are one with God, really. We are all part of God. We're all like fractals of fragments of God's light. You know, that's what we are. That's what we're made of. So, I mean, honestly, I think being afraid to die is the biggest, like, psyop. I think being afraid of death. So, like, not even but of course, don't be stupid and jump off a cliff or something, because you're probably not gonna, like, in this realm, humans aren't able to really fly. But hey, I mean, if you shifted enough, like high enough through dimensions, you can fly. You're just part of, like, you're part of the universe. Yeah, I mean, we really are. We're part of God's. We are part of this big source of energy. You know, like, some people worship the sun. You know, like, some people think it's a simulation. You know, I'm smart enough to know that I don't know. But I do have, like, a lot of different theories that kind of mash together, and, like, they all could be true. But I don't have enough knowledge. Honestly, my brain hasn't, you know, I messed my brain up, like, in my 20s when I was doing all the drugs. But I'll tell you what, though, I have been taking nootropics the last, like, week. And it's really unlocked a little bit in my brain. And I'm pretty happy about that. Dude, this guy looks just like Dave Rubin. No, he's not. Never mind. He looks just like him. He's right in front of me. He looks just like Dave Rubin. He's one of them too. He's a scumbag, man. No, I'm telling you, like, no, I can't say that. He's a nice guy, but no, he's definitely manipulating people. You know, they come across, and I mean, they really manipulate the masses. You know, and they know that, like, honestly, the right side people are probably even worse because they're doing it secretly. Like, at least the Democrats aren't doing it, but they'll just manipulate you, and they know, you know, and they don't care. And that, like, but the right side manipulating influencers, they're really bad. because they're just straight up lying to you, and they're using you to get to the top, and you have all this trust in them because they're telling the truth. They are, but they're using you, they're manipulating you, because their main goal is to really just get to the top, and they know what's going to happen. They know the bottom half is not going to make it, so yeah. So I mean, it's been kind of almost enraging to see like these people like Joe Rogan and his crew and all them just laugh about, I mean, they're so relaxed about money. They probably have already built shelters and shit, or they're already like, they have enough friends too, and enough of a network that whatever happens, like they have people who will help them and protect them through whatever we go through. World War III, ground invasion. I don't think there's gonna be a ground invasion of the United States, but damn, dude, it seems like it could happen. I mean, that's one of my, I'll be honest, that's one of my biggest fears. Just having all, we've already been invaded. That's the crazy thing. We've been invaded already, and we're sitting here with the enemies like all around us, and it's just coming to everyone's attention that the open border has like been a way for all these terrorists to come in, and like, who knows what they're planning, man. There's probably a huge operation underway, or many of them actually, in like almost every major city. And it's like, dude, for me it's tough. I have to be in a major city to like, my job is to deliver food, Uber Eats. So I have to really be in a major city in order to make any money, and I have to make money to pay off my car, so anyways, yeah, Dolores Cannon, I've heard a lot from her and stuff. Like, there's certain people, when I listen to them, I fall asleep, and so like I can't listen to her without falling asleep. And I'm serious. I'm not being mean. I'm just serious. There's certain people I know, they have good messages, and I've heard other people talk about them and explain what they're saying and stuff. And so she has a lot of good things to say, and cool, like just really thought-provoking things. But I just can't listen to her actual speaking because it just makes me fall asleep. It's just the way her voice is. So there's certain people like that. But yeah, Dolores Cannon's a good one for sure. So what's up, Crypto Tales? Thanks, Kinski. Bitcoin BMW. What's up? Howdy. What's up, Crypto Tales? Crypto H 2025. This will be the last bull run. Yeah, so I'm thinking I think honestly, this is just my opinion, but I think the bull run's going to be humongous. Huge. It's going to be so big. It's so big. It's going to be like the biggest bull run we've experienced. And that's because institutional money is going to come in. And honestly, I think Chainlink is going to play a huge part of that. And I think it's very underrated. It could actually go all the way to $1,000. I really believe that. That'd be a 500x, I believe. So yeah, I'm stacking it. I know it's already high cap. My crypto portfolio nowadays is very low cap. Very low cap. I'll show you a few of the ones I like right now. Let's see. Crypto. No. Yeah. Okay, it's going to go vertical for a second. Yeah, these are the ones I'm really liking. Like, the ones I'm really, really liking are ones like this. 0x gas. Very low cap. I mean, look at that. It's over number 2,000. All the circulating supply is out. It's very low cap. It's got a great use case, and it's brand new too. And the new coins are the ones that are gonna really blow up. And it's low cap, and it's all circulating supply, and it's a very low supply. 11 million. This one's gonna go to at least $100, I think. And so that would be like 500x. But this could even go to like, we'll see how used it gets. I mean, and I wouldn't even talk to you about it right until I bought some, and I'm still gonna keep buying it. But the only problem is it's one of the Uniswap coins. But things like the low cap, low supply, fully diluted, Those are the ones that I'm looking for. Like another one right now that I really like is Happy. I think I've told you guys about this before. This is a low supply. It's almost fully circulate. Look, it's basically fully diluted. And there's only 1 million. Or the max supply is 1 million. Total supply is 700. It's not even a million. Like the total supply is almost fully circulating. It's a low cap. It's only like $18 million. It's $25 now. It's definitely going to $1,000. So this is about this one focuses on cybersecurity. Gasless focuses on um, Gasless focuses on you can use Ethereum and pay no fees. So they're building something so where you can use Ethereum and not have to pay fees. So I mean, as long as it doesn't blow up too much in the next, month, as long as it stays under $1, I'll be buying this one. Yeah, I'll be buying this one because like it's worth the gas fee. I waited a bit and I paid I think it was only $20 to buy like $350 worth. So that it wasn't too bad. But with the first time I tried it, I was gonna buy $100 worth, and the gas fee was like $137, man. And I was like, no, dude, this is backwards. But that's exactly what this is trying to solve. So I'm stoked. I mean, I feel like I got in pretty low on this one. So I'm just like sharing that with you guys. I think this one's gonna I think it's gonna go crazy, guys, to be honest. And barely anyone's talking about it yet. But you always be careful that the team isn't doxxed. That's the problem. That's the only thing I don't like, is that the team isn't doxxed. But NASDAQ put out an article about them like a week ago or something. They were in an article on NASDAQ, which, I mean, that's pretty big, dude. Let's see. NASDAQ. And I'm not trying to shill this. I'm actually just, you guys are lucky that I haven't even said anything about this on Twitter yet. So you guys are the first ones to know that I have faith in this one. It's a low cap. It's honestly like this thing could really, really blow up. Here's the NASDAQ article. Wait, is that it? Is that the right one? I mean, you guys. I mean, most of you guys. I know my crowd. It's like mostly the XRP crowd. I know you guys hate Ethereum. Most people. Honestly, I don't know what my audience is nowadays. Oh no, not Fidium. Even though Fidium's a good one, that's actually my biggest position. FI, I've had that for like a few months. I've already got a 5x out of it. So it's basically my biggest position, because I locked it up. Hold on. Where's the 0x NASDAQ? Gas. NASDAQ. Here's the account. 0x Gasless. They only have 6,000 followers so far. But it's on NASDAQ talked about them just a week ago. And so like 3 cryptos to buy before the coming Ethereum. So like I was saying, I know a lot of people don't like Ethereum, but trust me, it's just getting ready to have a humongous run. It's gonna have dude. Otherwise, BlackRock wouldn't have filed for an Ethereum ETF. So they've only filed for a Bitcoin ETF and an Ethereum ETF. What that tells me is that Ethereum is being treated as a store of value. So it's basically silver to Bitcoin's gold. And people are shitting on it now. Guess what? People were shitting on it back in 2020 when it was $90. Then it went over $4,000 within like 2 years. So, what does that tell you? It was the same thing. And I was wondering if I should buy. I was seriously considering buying Ethereum in 2020 when it was very low. but I was like, no one's talking about it. Like, I looked on X or Twitter. I looked on Twitter, looked for it. No one was talking about it. Same now. Same thing now. Everyone's crapping on it because of the high fees, which are, of course, that's going to be fixed. But they needed to have the high fees so that it didn't get too big. Otherwise, it'd be $10,000 right now. It'd probably be more than that for one Ethereum. But no, of course, they have that problem. It's just like Chainlink. They have a humongous master plan, and it's a multi-year, like probably a multi-decade plan, to where they roll out all the features and the bugs. They roll it all out at specific times so that people, they need to manipulate the mass psychology about it. They need to manipulate the mass opinion of it. So right now, Ethereum's mass opinion, the mass opinion of Ethereum is very low. A lot of people don't like it, except for the rich people who are all talking behind closed doors saying, you're buying Bitcoin? No, you know what? I bought Bitcoin. I have it, but I'm stacking Ethereum right now. It's just like stacking silver. It's going to go up higher. It's going to, if gold goes, silver's going to go. It's the same thing. And even the colors. I mean, you can't get any more obvious. To me, it's obvious. To most people, no. Everyone's stuck in their own bubbles. Guess what? I'm not in any bubbles right now. I've kind of over the last few years, I made sure not to be in any kind of echo chambers. Because I don't that's what held me back last bull run. I was stacking XRP, right now, I know if I have a small value portfolio, it's under $10,000. If I have a low value portfolio, I should be stacking low cap coins. That's it. Because as long as they're quality low cap coins, they're going to blow up. And you're going to make way more gains than stacking XRP last time. We didn't make any gains, man. It was really sad and terrible. And it's if I just went all in on Link or all in on Ethereum, even, and then I kept hearing, oh no, XRP, it's time, the time's coming, no, and I had all this Ethereum, and then it's no, sell it all for XRP, it's coming, and it's you know what, he's probably right, XRP's been down, the explosion's coming, but it never came, and I sold I had 32 Ethereum, which was at the top, and that I had 32 Ethereum when it was at the top, which I don't know what that would be, 4,000 times 32, that's a lot of money. And I sold it all for XRP, and XRP didn't do anything. And actually, no, I remember XRP went down from there, and that was really terrible. It was not fun losing, and I lost over the few years. I lost 75% of the value of my portfolio, at least, probably more. It was probably 80, and then and then I started drinking again, got a little depressed, and then started using crypto for everything, and I didn't work for 2 years, and so I was using crypto for rent, and I was ordering Uber Eats every day, and I was drinking every day. I was fuck this life, fuck the world, fuck all these crazy Illuminati motherfuckers, the mother weffers. and I just got depressed, and I was screw crypto. I don't even care if I live or die. So I just spent all my crypto, and I didn't care. And then I finally God had it made, basically intercepted me from certain death, and he made sure my situation changed, and it did, and I had no control over it, and now I'm in a way better mental place. So I don't drink anymore, which is wonderful. I mean, yeah, once you start drinking too much, you're a slave to that shit, or any vice, really. But I don't drink now, and I'm working every day. It's actually, I'm having a lot more fun than I did the last few years, having tons of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and one of the biggest lessons I learned for myself is that money doesn't fix anything. It makes things easier, makes you more comfortable. Sometimes comfort is actually detrimental to your health. You know that? But now I'm out here, I'm moving around, I'm going to the gym a lot. It's wonderful. It's great for my mental health. If you ever feel anxious or pissed off, go to the gym. Just work out. You don't have to like be perfect. You just move around at least. You know, we evolved. Like humans didn't evolve to like sit still all of a sudden in the last decade, the last century. Like that's unnatural. We shouldn't be sitting at desks, you know, for 8 hours a day to make our money. The human body didn't evolve for that. The human body evolved to work, to move around a lot, you know, hunting and gathering. But even like physical labor in the third industrial revolution, you know, that's when everything started changing. When the assembly line came about, Henry Ford invented the assembly line, and that was huge. That changed like almost all of industry. And you know, that's when we started just standing around and being used, you know, and now it's just like even worse because we're gonna start getting replaced by robots and AI and all that. Everything's shifting very quickly for humanity, and not necessarily in the right way. You know, it might be more like efficient, you know, and we are advancing technically with, you know, we're just advancing way too quick though, to be honest, for our own good. And I think AI is going to show us that pretty soon. Yeah, there's a lot of smart people out there who are getting pretty nervous about AI and how quickly we've, you know, created it. I think honestly, AI is like just basically a computer version of the devil. I think it's just like a way for the devil to come about into this world, because this is like the devil's playground right now. Like, I feel like anyone who chooses to stay here, yeah, we're just having fun and stuff, but in the end, it's really gonna just kill us. Like it's gonna kill our spirits, and I don't know. All this advancement is just really kind of makes me not want to be in this realm anymore, you know. And so apparently like meditation is really good for that, and it can help you get to the fifth dimension and stuff. And so that's just, I don't know if that's all super true, but I'd rather choose to believe that than to be like some Satanist, you know, who's very selfish, and he'll do anything to gain for himself. Because I love humanity, I love humans, and I don't want to hurt anyone just to get to a place where I feel better about myself, because I feel like we're all the same. Like we are basically each other. Like we're all from one source, and so why hurt each other? Why not just help yourself by helping others? Stuff like that. Anyways, that brings me to this. I'm trying to like show you this crypto, and I'm not saying to buy it, but I truly believe this one's gonna go crazy. I do. But I'm not gonna buy any more for a little while. Maybe, well, I should probably buy some more because once Ethereum starts going up, people are gonna use it more. Gas prices are gonna go up. I need to figure out if they're gonna be able to take care of the gas payment thing like sooner or later. But I don't know. I have a feeling this thing is gonna go up. So we'll see. Time will tell. I mean, NASDAQ's talking about it. That's got to count for something. It's only $2 million market cap. And it's just such low supply. It's got a great narrative. Account abstraction. That's what the narrative is. Let's see, where is it? Account abstraction. And that's something that like Vitalik coined. That's a term that Vitalik coined like a while ago. Let me see. Vitalik. Oh, there's people here. Thanks for hitting all the thumbs ups, guys. I appreciate that. I notice when I talk passionately and say some cool things, like good things, like true things, and I notice I get more thumbs up. Which really, like, looking at it plainly, like, of course, like But yeah, when people hear that one thing that you say out of all the shit you're saying, and then that one thing rings true, and they're like, dude, totally, you're right. They'll hit the thumbs up. Like that's what I do when I listen to YouTube stuff all the time, and if I hear something like I'm like, dude, and especially if someone says something in a way that I've never been able to like think about it like in that kind of light, you know, I'm like, oh, I love this channel, you know, I'll listen to them. There's a channel here real quick. Let me show you this channel. Ford's Playground. Ford's Playground. You guys should all subscribe to this channel. I just found this channel like 2 weeks ago, and I think it's a lady with a very deep, like manly voice. But I watched this video right here. Here, I'll share this on Twitter in case any of you guys are there. It's the one I'm sharing right now. For my YouTube peeps. Go watch this video. I mean, it was like, oh my God. She shifted the whole like simulation reality thing into basically like, this is a dream and you control everything. And like, there's various layers to it, but it's like a dream, and it might even be a dream inside a dream inside a dream. But the way she worded it was like insane. So I think I posted that, and I would suggest everyone go watch it, and then like share it if you can too. Anyways, let's go back. Yeah, Chainlink is my biggest like high cap position. Then there's Fidium Fi, FI. I think that's going to do very well. And then what else? Tron is making its way up. I didn't even know I had Tron. But lately it's been going up, and I found some Tron, and I was like, oh shit, it was staked for like a few years. So I have a decent little portion of Tron, and the chart looks pretty good. And I mean, hey, dude, it's the Asian cryptos are bound to like do something, aren't they? Is it on here? Yeah, TRX. The TRX chart looks pretty damn good, to be honest. Yeah, the Asian cryptos are gonna do something soon. I mean, look at that, dude. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, this thing is going parabolic almost. Very slowly though. Sand, I had a vision. No, I didn't even have a vision. I just one late night I was driving Uber, and I came across the Sandlot office. I forgot what city, but it was big sign, the Sandlot, I think it was. And I was like, you know what? I should pay attention to that coin, because maybe that was a sign. Because I take everything. I seriously do think I get signs from the universe. I got happy. See, it broke out. This thing is about to go, I think, man. I think Sand's about to go. This is probably good buy. Happy was a sign. I asked God, I prayed for a sign, and then the next day, this guy was walking towards me, and on his t-shirt was a big HAPI, and I was like, oh damn. And so I bought it that day, and then like a day later, I think it was a day or 2 days later, it did like 100% gain. It went up like 100%, and that was like back here, I think. Here, I forgot where it was. No, it was back, I think it was this one. It went boom. But you can see it. So this is a good one too. I like this one. Look at that chart, dude. That's a good chart. With a D. No, a T. A chart, not a chart. A chart with a CH, not an SH. I freaking love this chart, man. Might come down a little, I don't know, but I have a good amount of this too. This one I really want to buy. Demetra. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of it, but when you look at this weekly chart, what does that look like to you? Dude, I'll show you what it looks like to me. Look at this beautiful chart, man. Beautiful. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Look at that. I mean, it looks like a bull flag. That's a bull flag. Bull pennant, not a flag. Someone corrected me on that the other day. I was like, oh shit, I've been calling this a bull flag like for years. This is a bull pennant, in my opinion. And that means, what does that mean? What does that look like? Does that not look bullish? Like it wants to pump pretty soon? Anyone who's good at charts, let me know. But look how low it is, dude. I mean, dude, just to go to the top, like, it's just a line, dude. It's just a line. Look at that. So Demetra is AI and agriculture. Look at that. And it's right at the bottom of this, too. Oh, it's right there, dude. It's just kind of resting on this line here. I think it's going to go up from here, especially if the market goes up. And I think the market is going to go up. I can see this thing coming up, you know, here in no time. Well, maybe, you know, within a year, maybe. I mean, this next support, this is right here. Maybe even like up here, right there. Something like that. God, even like up here, dude. Damn, that would be crazy. Yeah, that'd be some big gains. So I like this one. I don't have any. I want to buy some before this bull pennant goes. I feel like it's gonna blow any day, man. And that's a nice bull pennant right there. I mean, to me, it looks like one. If you're like better at, if you know anything about TA, let me know what your opinion is of that, because this is a low cap too. And the community is very bullish on it on Twitter. I feel like it hit this resistance. Here, watch. I'll show you on Twitter real quick. Like, people are saying some like pretty good things about it. Demetra. I don't know how to say it. Demetrius. Poised on the weekly for a show of strength. Yep, that's what I was saying. On the weekly, it's like a bull pennant, basically. What else? But the fundamentals are the good things, and basically the creator is like very active. He does videos. He's on Twitter. Demetra is helping with AI farming, crop yield, and supply chain for cocoa. And crazy how undervalued it is. These responses from Demetra John. That must be the guy. Yeah, that's the founder and CEO. I gotta follow him. And I'll put notifications on. Underscore that DMTR is not merely a low market cap gem with significant potential. Demetra Tech is dedicated to a noble cause, actively utilizing new general purpose technologies such as AI and blockchain to tackle world hunger and uplift the lives of farmers in less prosperous countries. So it's a very small niche that they're basically like on top of. They're basically like number one in this AI farming niche. So I know AI is going to be huge. It's already been big the last few years. I mean, at least the last year. And so I think it's going to continue to grow. To be honest, my two favorite categories are real world assets, which is basically what Larry Fink has been talking about, tokenizing securities and tokenizing the world. Real world assets, you know, that's a big category that not a lot of people are talking about yet. That a lot of smart people are saying, oh yeah, we're stacking we're stacking RWAs. Because that's going to be a big narrative in this crypto run pretty soon. It might be this year. It might be next year. I don't know. But my favorite one is Maple Finance. I like that one. And then there's also Polytrade. Nexera Alliance Block is pretty good. That's actually going to pump like crazy. Rilio. That one's going to pump. I heard the tech's not even that good. But the community is freaking insane. Like any kind of FUD that's online, it gets way overshadowed by like 20 different posts. Like no one, the community will not let this coin die. And it ran really crazy. Rio, it ran crazily. So, okay, so AI is going to be huge, and real world assets. So I'm trying to position myself in some good AI coins, which is like my favorite so far. Well, I like the Mitra, so that's going to be AI, but and it's not as good as I think. There's another one called IOS, AIOZ. I think that one is it's almost fully circulated. It's got like 3 good narratives: storage, DPIN, and AI. And it's highly revered. A lot of people really like it. But it's already like 400 market cap million. So that's the only reason I haven't bought it yet. But I really want that one. I really want IOS. It's just got a great, like, let me see. It's got a great narrative going for it. It's got a lot of good stuff going for it. It's got great tokenomics. You see the tokenomics here? It's fully diluted. That's insane. Oh, it's only 141 million. It's fully diluted. It's got 4 narratives: AI, decentralized physical infrastructure network, storage, and streaming. So DPIN is another good one, guys. That's coming up. It's already been going well. I had like $30 worth of kudos. It might have been like 25, like a year ago, and now that's worth like $300. So it's done a 10x already. Kudos is like a DPIN project, and I was gonna sell it because why not? Like I forgot I even had it, but I'm just gonna keep it. It's been performing so well that I may as well just keep it. Kudos. That's a DPIN project. You see, it's just been going up the whole year. Yeah, I mean, it's been doing well. So we can look at these too. See, these are the coins I want and like. There's also DeSci, which is decentralized science, which Brian Armstrong and CZ Binance, like they're starting to talk about that kind of stuff, which is like the one I want is Lake, which is low cap. But I don't like the tokenomics, so that's a problem. And then also Gene, but the chart looks good. Chart looks really good. That chart, it's just higher highs, higher lows. But the other one that I like is Gene. That's on Arbitrum, and it's super low cap. I don't know about the tokenomics. Tokenomics aren't that good, but you can see the chart is very nice. So we got categories. I'll find the ones. I'm going to show you the ones I think are going to go do really well. And then Rose is its own category. I think Rose, Oasis Protocol, is a really good one. I keep getting signs. I mean, everywhere I look, I see the word Rose, 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 everywhere, all day. And I think it's a sign. I really do. I take it as a sign. And I've looked into Rose. It's a privacy layer 1. Meta is already using them to build their AI infrastructure. So, I mean, that's just big in itself. But the community is really big too. I can see Rose going to like the top 20. I really can. I can see it. It's pretty, and the chart looks great. Looks like a great time to buy, to be honest. It's just, I haven't bought any yet because it's just so high cap already. But tokenomics are decent. It's already $1 billion, almost $1 billion, and that's a lot. For me, I want my portfolio to grow 100x. My goal is to go to 20 million this bull run. So I'm at 6,000 right now, which is super low compared to what I made last bull market. But I'm starting from nothing. I'm just working my ass off every single day I work. And I work like 10 to 12 hours a day. And I'm putting everything I have into crypto. So my goal, and I truly believe, especially with the law of attraction, which is real, and I've used it before and it works, truly believe I can go get my portfolio, especially with all the experience from last bull run. I truly believe I can get my portfolio from 6,000 to 20 million. I can. And I truly believe it's going to happen because this bull run is going to be insane. It's going to be ridiculous. You just put yourself in the right state of mind and the right place, and just make sure you use the law of attraction, because what you think about actually does grow in your life. If you're miserable all the time and you think like, oh man, my life sucks, and well, it's gonna keep getting more and more sucky unless you change. You better change your attitude, or your life is gonna get worse and worse and worse. And then you realize, hey, I'll put on some like music that makes me happy, and I'll do that for 10 days straight. And guess what? My life gets better because I'm in a better mood. I'm in a better state of mind. I'm more likely to think good thoughts and positive things. And then the law of attraction dictates that that stuff goes like you attract what you think about. It gets bigger and bigger. Anything you think about. So in this um context, like I'm gonna be thinking about, yeah, well, I'm gonna take advantage of this bull run. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get euphoric. And, I'm going to make $20 million. And honestly, I could even set it higher. I really can. But I already went, I was at $2 million. And then I said, no, I'm going to make $20 million because I'm going to need $20 million to get through the next decade because it's going to get crazy, man. You're going to need money to survive, really. Unless you have some really good friends and you guys all don't mind being poor together, just having each other's back and stuff. But I feel like we're gonna like it's gonna be like worse than World War II. Like, everything was in rubble. Have you ever seen The Pianist? I mean, everything was in rubble. Like, it was just, and money doesn't really matter as much. Money is basically a way to survive, like, at that point. But then again, it's like, do I even really care to survive in this kind of world and what the elite want? But I do think that we are going to go into a world where we're basically going to change the way, like, it'll be half what the elite want. They'll have their world, and then we can, like, kind of get out of that system. The good people, at least, the good-hearted people who care about humans, and don't want them to die or aren't looking to use them, manipulate them to their own detriment. I don't know. So we're going to build a whole new world, whole new earth. And honestly, we're in the matrix anyway. So just dude, you can control your whole life. You have complete control over your life and your mind. Your mind creates your reality. So just remember that. You control what you think. You control your mind. Control the thoughts that you have and think good thoughts. And then you will have a good life. And just think about use positive affirmations. Those really work. Those help every single morning when you get up. As soon as you wake up, just think about 3 things that you're thankful for, that you're grateful for, and just be happy. It's a simple choice to be happy. And if you start your day out that way, the chances are the rest of your day, you're going to get through any kind of challenge or whatever with grace, and you will be just fine, and you will be okay with anything that happens outside of your control. And so you will be in a better mood, and therefore the thoughts you have will be more positive. Therefore, you will attract a more positive into your life, and it just kind of snowballs. So, but you have to know that. You have to hack your mind. It's like a mind hack. It's a life hack. Figuring out that the law of attraction really does work. Of course, there's people out there who market it and they use it. They use the whole thing as a gimmick, but it's not. It's real. It's real. So, what was I saying? Sorry, I did just drink like 2 energy drinks back to back. That's probably why I'm in like a talkative mood. But what I was showing you was real world assets, like real world assets. I actually made a video on this. I forgot a few months ago. I'm going to show you the ones that are going to do very well. Oh, this is a new narrative that's coming up. ERC 404. I don't really know much about it yet, though. Data is going to be pretty big. Privacy might not really see much advancement. We might not see any big privacy run until possibly next cycle. Because I don't know if privacy is very important to the masses yet. I mean, I'm sure it will be once we figure out once the masses figure out what the CBDs are there for, yeah, they'll start being more privacy conscious. Like Monero's probably gonna go crazy. You know. Let's see. I still haven't seen one yet. Music, that's a very small niche, but there is one called Jam, Geo Jam, very low cap. It's like $5 million. It's on Gemini, and it already did like a 4x in the last few months. So I think that one's gonna do well. Hold on. Layer ones are always a good thing. If you can find a good layer one at a cheap price, take advantage probably. Take advantage of that. Insurance is gonna, I don't know if it'll do anything this bull run, but insurance is gonna be big someday. Decentralized insurance, account abstraction. So 0x gas is way down here. That's the one I'm buying. Shoot. Well, I bought, and I'm gonna, if I get more money, like a chunk of money, I'm gonna buy some more before Ethereum starts to run, because Ethereum is like kind of like at support, but it still could go down a little more. Look at Ethereum, really do. I think when Ethereum runs, that's going to be the start of like the big bull market. I think the bull market's really kind of waiting on Ethereum. And I think Bitcoin had most of its big move for a while. So, but look at, it's on support right here. This is against Bitcoin, and you put it like this. See, I mean, it's basically on this support, and then it's on this support. It's vertical support here. But the lowest case, since it isn't a downward trend, it could still come down to these red lines, and I think people are gonna start buying. Big money's gonna start buying at this one, like 0.03 against Bitcoin. So kind of doesn't look good right there, but a few of my meme coins are on Ethereum. So whenever Ethereum goes up, they go up like 50, 100%. Ethereum only needs to go up like 10 or 15, and then my meme coins, Flying Avocado Cat and Bob, they go up a lot. So I know I'm not gonna sell them, because I know once Ethereum starts going, they're just gonna blow up. But yeah, it doesn't look good, and that's usually when smart money is buying, when the chart doesn't look very good. And people are, I mean, the amount of shit talk about Ethereum right now is like through the roof. It's through the roof. And that's exactly how it was last cycle when Ethereum hit under $100 after the COVID crash. And then when the U.S. printed all that money, that's when it started going crazy. And so, Ethereum went from like basically $100 to like 4,000. It did a 40x. It actually did more than a 40x from the bottom to the top. It was probably about a 45x, maybe a 50. Because I think it went down to like $70 or something in the COVID crash. So I am waiting for something like that, lockdowns or something. I'm waiting for something like that to happen again. I feel like it's really just on support. Something like that. But it could keep going down. I hope it doesn't, but it might. But I think the whole market's kind of waiting for Ethereum to do. I mean, really, the whole market's waiting for Bitcoin to do something. After the ETF, they're trying to figure out if the ETF is bearish or bullish. And it's neither. It's just been going pretty much sideways since January 10th. Let's see. Since the ETF was approved. Let's see. January 10th. Yeah, pretty much just sideways. Nothing happened. So you know how everyone's like, oh, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go up. I mean, it's gonna go crazy. Supply shock. And then other people, the bears, are like, no, it's a sell the news event. Clearly, we've been talking about this forever, and we have a clear date that it's gonna happen. So obviously, it's gonna go down. Well, what happened? It went up and down within the 2 days, and then it went sideways. So no one's a winner here. Everyone's frustrated because no one knows what's going to happen. No one knows. I mean, long term, it's a very bullish thing for sure. It's bringing in tons of liquidity and new money, like boomer money, man. All that boomer money is going to finally come in, you know, and raise the price of Bitcoin because BlackRock's going to buy a ton of it. I mean, the ETF is already extremely successful. So, you know, just we're just waiting for everyone to realize it, basically. But everyone's very slow to move right now, most people, because it didn't do much. You know, I mean, it kind of went down, but this is nothing compared to what we've seen the last 4 months. It's just been up only. Then it kind of came down. See, now it's kind of, this might be a good time to sell, to be honest. I don't know. But then the thing is, this might have been a good time to buy, and it might keep going up from here. I mean, honestly, I do believe we're in a bull market. So saying it might be a good time to sell, that's irresponsible. Now, if you have like millions and millions of dollars, maybe you want to sell some of that and then buy after a dip. I think we're going to see one more dip before the halving. I really do. And it could be anytime. It could be tonight. Who knows? Maybe the establishment will cut off our power supply and we won't have internet because they don't want us watching the Putin interview. I think it's tonight. What is it, the 8th? Yeah, that's tonight. We might have our blackout now. Now, I doubt it. But, I mean, you never know what's going to happen. This would be a good, you know, and if in like a couple weeks this comes down lower to like 33 or something, like I would say this would probably be a good point to sell. It's at resistance. So, however, I thought it was a good time to sell back over. When was it? March? Oh, March. That was back over here. I thought it was a good time to sell over here, March 23. I thought we were at a decent amount of resistance, and it kind of was. It came down a little, but then it went way up. It went way up. And it's just crazy how time flies, though. I mean, every day just goes by so fast. And it's like, damn, dude, what happened? Like, last bull market was a few years ago, but those few years have gone by. I mean, of course, I was drinking a lot of those few years, and that makes time go by really fast. So, but even just the last few months when I haven't been drinking, it's still going by pretty fast. So, look at that chart, man. We're almost at all-time highs, guys. I can't believe that. Jeez. I mean, I'm talking about Bitcoin. But once Bitcoin breaks all-time highs, all the other coins are going to start doing the same thing. They're all going to start running pretty hard, I think. All the good ones. And there are a lot of good ones out there. But then, of course, after regulations, we might not see most of these cryptos survive. They probably won't. So, let me go back to the chat and just read it real quick. Turn this down. There. All right. Oh, cool. There's a lot of people talking and stuff. Awesome. Night, Kinski. Good night. What's up, Windy and 666? Let's see. Bahala na. Oh, snap. Caught alive. What's good? PTC was created by Dark Ops. They programmed it to go up infinitely. Basically, yeah. Satoshi's a straw man. Dude, honestly, I think Satoshi is Sergei Nazarov from Chainlink. I think he is. But no one really knows, do they? They control the polarity, dual forces. They operate metaphysically. Yeah, you're pretty smart, John. You know that kind of stuff, don't you? Elon's definitely controlled ops. Tucker's controlled ops. AJ, Alex Jones. Yeah, I don't know if he was, but I'm pretty sure he is now. He's getting paid to just play his part, basically. I don't know if you've noticed, like even PBD is basically controlled ops at this point after especially after watching him on Bill Maher the other day. That was so staged. Bill Maher he's been coming forward as like a very trusted like journalist, I guess. I don't know what they call him. But he's controlled ops. Bill Maher's controlled ops. Just take note. These guys they're all manipulating us. They're all playing their parts. And that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. But I feel like I'm right in this case. Warriors Code, just like Morpheus said, once you know the truth, there's no going back. I don't know, man. You could take the blue pill and you could eat your steak, your juicy, delicious steak. And you could ignore it, but it's still all there in the back of your mind, you know? You will never like forget. You could try. And that's what most of us humans are probably doing. Like we forgot who we are, where we came from. You know, that's why we're here trying to figure everything out. But it's like it's all there. All the information's in our head already. We just need to access it. You know, we need to figure out how to access it. All the knowledge, it's all there. It's all there inside each and every one of us. So, watch the movie Dark City, Truth in Plain Sight. Oh, okay. Is that on Amazon? I'll have to check that out. Dark City. Let's see. Amazon Prime. Amazon. Where is it? Prime Video. Let's see. Dark City. I think I've heard of it, but I can always rent it. So like a few years ago, I wouldn't even think about renting a movie, but I work so much now that I have a few bucks. Like I can actually rent a movie when I want to. 1998, Dark City. I'll have to check it out. Who is that? Joaquin Phoenix? William Hurt, Kiefer Sutherland. Ooh, Jennifer Connelly. She's like probably my biggest crush in Hollywood. Besides, Natalie Portman is super fine. She's so fine. She's so hot. And then also, who's that girl in Pirates of the Caribbean? And then also the girl, not Dakota Fanning. The girl in the 50 Shades of Grey, which I never saw. That girl, she's hot. She's hot too. Even with her crooked teeth, she's freaking hot, man. And then also too, like, what's her name? Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney. Yeah. She is so fine. Oh my gosh. Sorry if there's any girls here. It's just guy talk, man. Yeah, she's fine. Sydney Sweeney is so fine. All right, so what's up, IQ? Thanks, man. Thanks for your input. No way, bro. That's not true. Hold on. What? No, that's not true. What are you talking about? Nicholas reversed is Solokin. Yeah, what are you talking about, bro? Are you just adding the T? All right, let me go back. Thanks, Wendy, and welcome back to YouTube. Your voice has changed since well, I've gained weight. That's probably why. Plus, maybe it might be like maybe testosterone. Well, also too, back in 2020, I had a microphone. So when I got the microphone, my voice changed a lot. Um, I'm just using my cell phone right now, so it's just taking my voice as it is. It's not making it any better. Oh, dude, that is so close to my car, bro. This guy was like an inch away from hitting my car with his door. He didn't know I was in the car. Anyways, some guy just tried to run me off the road yesterday. It was really crazy, man. People are getting pretty wild out there, dude. It's getting pretty crazy. It's going to turn into the wild, wild west, man. That's how I feel. People's emotions are getting nuts, dude. Oh, I see. Satoshi. Okay, so BTC was created by dark ops. If you study the Kabbalion, you'll have your answers why they do what they do. We don't have to consent to their will. We have free will. They control the polarity, dual forces. Yep. They can't suppress the information. That's true. Since the information age started, which was only like 30 years ago. Yeah, I mean, they try to suppress it as much as they can. Now it's like, it's getting pretty crazy because we know their plans. They want to censor us. They're going to come out with a new internet soon to where you have to have your ID, an internet ID, and it's going to be all tied together with your CBDC. Now, I think Trump is going to get back in office, and which is going to be crazy in itself. But he's going to run on not having a CBDC. However, they're going to push the same thing, programmed money by the banks, by the smaller banks, which is basically going to be controlled by Wall Street, which is basically the same damn thing. They're going to still have all our information, and they're going to still be able to cut off our supply of money, cut us off from buying whatever. They're going to have control over us in our financial lives, but it's not going to be called a CBDC. And so there's going to be a lot of us who cheer it on and are like, oh, Trump's a hero. No, he's just manipulating us and lying to us. And he's saying there's no CBDC. Well, maybe it won't be called a CBDC, but it's going to be the same damn thing by another name. That's all they do. They change names, like DEI. Oh, they're getting rid of DEI. Yay. No, they're just going to change the name. They're just going to change the wording around it. It's going to be the same thing. They're just changing the wording around it. But what they needed with the DEI push, they already got. And I don't know exactly all the details, but I know that they're not telling us everything. Of course, they're lying to us, but then there's also a lie behind the lie. Like, they're getting a lot of information. They're doing things that they're putting the pieces in place to what the master plan is. No, they don't care about inclusion. They don't care about that. They don't care about us. They don't care about diversity. No, they're using the black community, which is really sad. And there are some like woke people in the black community who are smart enough to realize it. Thank God. Yeah, but there's a lot of who don't realize it, and they're actually fighting for this DEI shit. And it's like, dude, we're going back to racism. We just finally got out of racism. Now we're going back. Like, what? That doesn't make sense. It's like, dude, why you can't right or wrong with the wrong. Let's work on this together and unite. But I don't know. I guess people are too susceptible to the government lying to them, and they want to believe the lies because they're convenient. So that's why people like me tell you the inconvenient truth, the actual inconvenient truth. And you can remain in bliss and be ignorant, or you can be woke and try to. You got to go through life. It's gonna be rough once you like realize what's going on. But you can try to make life better for yourself and your future, your kids and all that, by fighting for your rights and fighting for your human rights, and taking back what's yours. And all we've been taken from, and they've been making excuse after excuse for why they're taking from us. But in reality, there's no excuse. The only excuse is that they want to take and they want to control us. And they will use fear against us because they can pay the top. They're not even paying psychologists anymore. They're using AI to find all the information for what they need in order to control us even more. AI is able to figure it all out even better, and they don't have to pay it. They actually create it and program it. So it's getting exponentially scarier. Anyways, let me go down the list here. Yo, what's up? 1K Vicinity. You changed your name because I don't. You're a mod, but I don't know who you are because you changed your name. So, but if you're a mod, you're one of my friends. So what's up? Warriors Code says, unfortunately, it'll never happen, Mike. People willingly walked around for years with their face covered. Some still do. I know. I live in California. People walk around outside with face masks on, and they're not even around anyone. So, yeah. It's like, okay. Well, I mean, so that's where I'm just ignorant. I'm like, I choose to ignore that now. I can't go around. I can't go and tell people, like, I could. That's going to make my life very difficult if I go against, like, all the people. But the problem is they isolated us. And now it's like the only people we talk to that we have anything in common with, it's just, in general, at least, everything is online. And so what would be a good plan if I was like a crazy elite establishment motherfucker or mother weffer? You get it? WEF, mother weffer, mother effer. If I was one of them, I would probably be planning. We'd be planning some kind of like internet outage, cyber hack, and then once that's cut out of everyone's life, we can. Everything will be in place for chaos to happen, and then all the chaos will happen, and then we will come in and turn the internet back on, but we will make provisions and we will change the way we use the internet so that it doesn't happen again. And the internet will be a lot more censored, and they will have the solution. That's what's going to happen. They need all the chaos to happen so that we want a solution, even if we have to give up our freedoms. We will be so desperate to have life back, just the life that we know back, at least, even just a fragment of it, and get out of this chaotic state. We will say, you know what? Fine, whatever. Take away our freedoms. Just give me back something that is reminiscent of my prior life that I had that was so comfortable, right? Like, I was so comfortable. I just want some comfort back. We're going to be placed in a very uncomfortable circumstance pretty soon. That's just my opinion. I hope it doesn't happen, but I feel like it's coming, why else would they be orchestrating all this crazy stuff and manipulating us to, like, like game pieces? It's all like 3D chess. It's hardcore. They're putting all the pieces into place so that they can checkmate and get what they want, and they're doing it, and we're letting it happen because people are so. There's people, the sheep out there are either stupid. Most of them are just stupid. Well, actually, people aren't that stupid, are they? I think most of them are just ignorant. There's a lot of stupid ones, and then there's a minority of them who are just evil. And they're actually going along with it because they do want to rise to the top, and they think they're going to be taken care of by lying and helping manipulate all the people. And they really do want to rise to the top, and they're evil. There's just evil people out there who doesn't care about humanity, and they lie like they do, like they care about humans, but they don't. They only care about themselves. Selfish motherfuckers. Selfish mother weffers. I know that I got that from Cliff High, and I've been using that. I think it's funny. All right. So I didn't talk about crypto a whole lot, but I talked about crypto a little. Let me go down the list here. We have a divine right to protect ourselves. We do. True. We've been free before. We can be free again. It's going to be a hard fight. It's going to take a while. But this whole collapse is about to happen. And it's not all going to be fun and games for these elite people. I'm sure they're going to run into some hiccups that will change everything. Especially when we raise our vibration as a species, it's going to happen. It's going to happen anyways. Like we won't even have to do anything. The vibration, the frequency is it's going to raise. It's going to rise. You know, I think there's what's it called? A wild card out there just waiting to be played, and no one even knows what it is, but it's going to be good for us humans. Yeah, I think this will be the last bull run. I think it'll go till 2026. So this year and next year are going to be very financially freeing for a lot of people. Now. Unfortunately, the worst people, the liars, they're going to make the most money, because a lot of these crypto influencers are gonna manipulate people. They're already doing it. They've been doing it the whole time. And yeah, you'd be surprised like how much influence you have. Just having like a YouTube channel like mine. If I wanted to, I could do a whole bunch of different things. That's depressing. It's depressing because I'm not going to. I don't want to. But just knowing I could, and I could actually be rich right now if I wanted, it's hard. It's like, damn, I could, but that's not me at all. I would get rich, but I would hate myself, and that's not worth it. Not at all. I couldn't do it. I couldn't manipulate. I couldn't deceive. I would feel like a piece of shit. And at least I still have my dignity, I don't have a lot of money, and that's fine, because when I did have a ton of money, I didn't even feel that good about it. Like, nothing changed. I just actually things got worse for me, So I'm like, money isn't really. Honestly, it's a tool, and so I feel like we are going to need money for ourselves this bull run. We should take advantage of this bull run, make as much money as we can, and not spend it on Lambos or Rolexes or anything like that, but use it and hold it and like store it away as value. But because it's going to be a tool that's necessary, I think, if we go into some World War III scenario, or even some civil war, if whatever happens, it'll be better having things that you could barter with or whatever. Like, it'll be better than not. I mean, you don't want to just sit there homeless with nothing. I mean, unless you're Mother Teresa or something, like, and unless you have a great network of people and you don't need money, money's going to be necessary, I think. But yeah, there's a ton of influencers out there, who are just working their subscribers and their followers, just working them. It's like they feel like they're not even humans, but they are. Well, I mean, I think most of my subscribers are human. Hopefully they're not bots. But hey, I got most of my subscribers from the XRP community and XRP videos. So who knows? Yeah, who knows how many of those people are bots? If they're bots, there's probably a bunch of bots out there supporting. I bet Ripple paid YouTube to promote their videos, and I bet they paid people to create fake accounts that are XRP, bullish on XRP, so that they could keep like selling on the people who are buying. I mean, they're making tons of money to create infrastructure for Ripple in the future just by XRP itself. And that's why the SEC brought the lawsuit against them, and I'm sure they're paying off the SEC to lose. I'm sure there's a lot of payments going on Ripple's back end. I'm sure. Let's see. We live in an organic 3D movie set. Yeah. We create our reality. We have allowed these people to create our reality for us. Right. Because we're scared, and they've managed to convince us that we can't create our reality. Like, we don't have control. But if we listen to them and follow them, because they're smart and they have the ability and they have the money and they have the influence and they have all the power, and that they've convinced us to just follow them, and we think we'll be all right, If we just follow them and And that's why they're going to create chaos the next few years, so that they can implement a CBDC like kind of financial structure after the collapse, or in the midst of the collapse, which is coming. I mean, hyperinflation is just like years away, that's what it feels like, man. And honestly, people are cheering for a $1 million Bitcoin. But no, dude, if we do, at that point, once we have a $1 million Bitcoin, especially if it comes sooner than later, then the world around us and our physical world is going to be so it's going to be so dramatically shifted and not comfortable. It's going to be so uncomfortable that having all that money, it won't be worth it. So don't cheer for don't cheer for hyperinflation of the US dollar. Not yet. I mean, maybe once everything's but we're nowhere near ready for something like that. We're not. We wouldn't be able to handle that. I mean, honestly, at that point, if Bitcoin was at $1 million anytime soon, that would mean we're probably more near death than we ever have been. There will be so many different factors in our lives that will be like killing us. Most of us will be dying, to be honest, due to something. Like, there's gonna be even just having money doesn't mean you're gonna stay alive through whatever's coming. I don't know. It's gonna be better. So yeah, Joe Rogan, he's a controlled op for sure. And once you know, it's like you can try to ignore it or tell yourself it can't be true, but it is. You can tell. I'm a psychiatrist. Not a psychiatrist. I'm a psychologist, like, naturally, and I study every single little thing. I notice minute details in the way people speak, and I notice differences in their attitudes and shifts in their behavior and stuff like that. Joe Rogan's definitely shifted. He's become way too comfortable. And then now with this new deal with Spotify, it's like, okay, well, that's it. Yeah, he's definitely controlled opposition. He's there they probably just they probably came to him a bunch of times and he probably denied it. He probably just gave in like a few years ago, and they said, you don't have to change anything. Just keep doing what you're doing. And then we'll change things around you, and but just don't say this and don't say this. Just don't say this or this, and if anyone brings this up, just ignore it. You don't have to deny it. No, you don't, because that might look a little suspicious. You don't have to deny. Just ignore it, and you might even like want to kind of talk down to the person, like, okay, that's crazy talk. That's what he does. I mean, he did that to Eddie Bravo, like one of his best friends. It's like all Joe Rogan's hooligan, like all of his buddies, it's like they all bow down to him. Like, they won't talk against him. If you haven't noticed, they won't say anything bad about him. They might make fun of him a little bit, but basically they follow the script that he's setting forward. I mean, he's definitely he's there to and he's probably there to capture a niche, and then when the time comes, he'll probably, when we go into chaos, he'll probably either that or they're collecting data on the people who enjoy listening to him, and they're keeping tabs on us, and they have like a big list. Oh, these are Joe Rogan. I mean, AI has us each in a database. It has everything we listen to online. You got to think about that, and it automatically like calculates where we are. And there's probably so many different on a chart. There's probably thousands of different places we can be individually, and the lower half of the chart, eventually they just want to kill off. Like, they don't care about it. Doesn't matter if you're in the lower half. They don't need you. They don't want you. They're gonna kill you. They don't like the upper half. They'll save for now. They'll make sure to save. They'll put you in a position where the information you get is the information that's going to save you. I don't know, man. It gets really crazy. It's really deep. AI has been tracking us for way longer than, you think AI just really got advanced? You really think, and they're telling us in real time, like, what AI is actually doing? There's no way. They've been using AI. AI has been super advanced for most of our lives. But the military's been using it. The military, the industrial complex, the elites, the ones at the top, the ones at the top of the corporations, they've been collecting data on us the whole time. And AI is able to analyze who we are as a person. It's able to pin us. It knows more about us than we know about ourselves. And so they're going to do what they want to do with us when the time comes. And they're using people like Joe Rogan to collect data and, probably also to disseminate information and probably put ideas in our mind, or maybe just have us truly believe in him. Enough people truly believe that he's telling the truth all the time, that when the time comes and we go into a chaotic state, Rogan, he'll lead us into a certain, he's probably going to get behind Trump. He's been kind of slowly building up to behind Trump. Trump will probably get back in the office. Times will be chaotic. Trump will have more loyal followers than he ever has because he's the only one leading us in the right direction. And then he'll lead us too far in the right direction to where we basically are going to walk off a cliff because we believe in him so much. And people like Joe Rogan will be saying the same thing that Trump is saying. He'll be saying Trump's right, and then it's building up already. It's building up already. Even Democrats are going to like Trump. Because this country is going to be put into a position where we're going to need a strong leader. And Biden he's in office, like his sole mission, they put him in office, which I don't even think it's him. There's like 6 Joe Bidens or 8 of them. Like I've seen different masks that they use, and they're probably using AI most of the time to generate him on TV. He never does interviews. He's not doing the Super Bowl again because he's not capable. And that's what they want us to think. Our current president is not capable of anything. So what happens when we go into a World War III scenario? We have to have, even if we hate Trump, we're going to need a strong leader like Trump. It doesn't matter. We're going to be craving someone who can lead us out of oblivion. And that's going to be the illusion. It's going to be created by Trump. He's very special. He's been targeted. I think he's been part of this whole establishment Illuminati thing for basically his whole life. And I think they planned for him to be president his whole life. And if you believe in like the looking glass and all that, or if this is a simulation, it's basically all running at the same time. Time is an illusion. Trump is going to get back into presidency, or someone very much like him, like maybe a Vivek, who basically says he's actually a more likable Trump. So I could totally see Vivek leading us someday. Once the establishment appears to be crumbling, which they're doing right now. They're giving us the illusion that the establishment is crumbling, and the right side, the tides shifted, the tables have turned. It's all an illusion. It's all PSYOPs, and they're getting us and it's easy now, especially with AI. It's easy, to figure out what will work on us, and what's working is a PSYOP underneath a PSYOP underneath a PSYOP. I mean, and only the people at the very top know what's actually happening. And the cool thing is, you can know what's happening too by figuring out that you are at the top, that we are more powerful than we think. Hey, guess what? We are the ones, if you guys are even like real, maybe it's just me. Maybe this is all a dream, but I'm creating my reality. You're all creating your realities. What are these people doing, man? When I get deep into this shit, I feel like people are like listening to me. Like there's like FBI people all around me. Yeah, they've probably got like devices in my car bugging me. Who knows, man? I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm putting my voice out online. It's like, who cares? Fuck. This reality is just one, drop in an ocean of like data. Like, I don't know, man. It doesn't really matter what happens at this point. I'm just gonna try to be the best person I can be. Maybe being the strongest, going against fear, is the the overall strategy here to win this game. You know, maybe stepping on the other side of fear. What's on the other side of fear? You know, enlightenment. You know, something. Maybe just going back home to where we came from. You know, I'm sure we're down here in the 3D realm because fear is holding us down here. That's it. But the more we know, the more we learn, the more we can, you know, we can understand that it's a choice to be scared or not, to get rid of that fear, you know, to be fearless, you know. I mean, look at Jesus. He seemed to have transcended everything. And it's because he knew it was going to die in a horrific way, but he still went along with it, right? He even said, you know, he asked God not to put him through it because he allowed himself to be human for a minute. He said, dude, he kind of started worrying about that. He was like, you know, God, maybe, you know, we don't have to do this. We don't have to go through with this, do we? Yeah. Well, God said, yeah, dude. It's already been written. Like, of course. Come on, my son. We're going through with this. Don't worry. You'll be okay. You know, it's not the end. It's going to be hard, but you know, it's all in your mind anyways, so don't worry about it. All right. Cosmos. Yeah, Celestia. Man, I sold my Cosmos. I had it staked for years, but I sold it for Chainlink, which was a good thing because Chainlink went up, like, did a 3x. So at least I did that. Of course, I kind of want to go back in because, you know, but I don't know. I think Celestia is going to take over with the price action. Yeah, but Solana too, man. I mean, Solana went crazy, dude. This will be the mother of all runs, I know. That's what I think too. I don't think any of us are prepared for the numbers we're going to see. I know, bro. It's going to be like, is this real life? That's what it's going to be like, dude. Exactly, bro. That's what it's going to be like, dude. This bull run. It's going to be like this right here.
Yeah, I know. How did it go?
I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
We're going to be all dizzy.
I feel fun.
Kind of felt good, didn't it?
Elevated.
Is this real life?
Yeah, this is
That's
real
what
life.
we're going to be saying that.
Okay, now I have 2 fingers.
Good.
Oh my god, dude.
4 fingers.
We're gonna be dumb, dude. We're just gonna be like so
Don't put that in.
euphoric.
Don't put
We
it in
won't
your
even like know
Mouth.
what we are
Okay.
or where we are.
You feel good?
I can't see anything.
Yes, you can.
Dude, the euphoria is gonna make
Stay
us
in your
blind.
seat.
That's gonna be us at the end of this bull
You
run.
don't? No?
Do I have stitches?
Uh-huh.
Do I have stitches?
Yes.
On my teeth?
Yeah. Don't touch it. Don't.
Why can't I touch it?
Because it'll mess up the stitches.
You have 4 eyes.
Yeah.
The euphoria is gonna be like a drug. You know, I bet that's what I think it's gonna do. They're gonna make us so crazy, and then it's gonna all stop. Something's gonna happen. We're gonna be so crazy. It's gonna be like the Roman Empire. Every day will be a party, and then it's gonna be this just gonna go away, and then we're gonna not know who we are at that point. We won't know who we are. I think that's what they have planned for the next few years. I really do. I think that's what they're trying to get us to do. And then the party will end out of nowhere. And we'll be all alone. With ourselves that we don't even know. Like, I don't know, man. That's how it seems, man.
Kind of felt good, didn't it?
Is this real life?
Yeah, this is real life.
Okay.
Okay. That's what I think, man. And that's what you were saying too. Like I think that's what it's gonna be like, man. Is this real life? Oh man. IQ 13-4. Carl Lewis, what's up, man? I haven't seen you for a while. Really? Aussies with their heads in the sand? You know what? The Aussies I know are like pretty woke, to be honest. John Bryant. IQ, are you from Australia? I know John, you are, right? Aren't you? Or is that someone else? Okay, let's go down. I don't think any of us are prepared for the numbers we're gonna see. Kensky just said, he said, I just checked in. You spoke already about Tau. No, I didn't speak about Tau. No, I don't have any. I wish I did. A good friend told me that he was about to go nuts, and I ignored him. And then like 3 days later, it's like 300% run. I was like, dude, if I just went all in. But I was still, I was looking around and like trying to figure out what I need to buy, what I need to be in. Now I figured out it's low caps. I'm not going into high caps. I think Chainlink will be my high cap. All right, I'm not invested yet, but dude, I don't know, man. Like Tau has already gone for a big run, and it's like number 34, but apparently it's like the God protocol of AI. I mean, apparently it's gonna be the big one, the big AI play, and yeah, it's just like how much more can it go? Maybe another 20, 30x, which is pretty good if you have big money and you want to be secure. I don't have big money though. I need 100x's on multiple. I need multiple 100x plays, and I need to take profit from those and put them in more 100x plays. That's what I need to do. That's what I'm looking to do. So I need to be in small caps. Oh yeah, the fours. This will put things in perspective of where we are. Just think Apple stock alone has a higher market cap than all of crypto. So the explosion in our space is going to have us in disbelief. Yeah. I mean, you need to put things in perspective. It's true. The crypto space is so tiny, teeny tiny. What happens when people lose faith in our financial system? They're going to need to put their money somewhere else to feel secure. Or at least to feel decentralization is going to be a humongous narrative. And what's decentralized? Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin goes up, everything else goes up. So I think Bitcoin's going to go even higher than we expect. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see a $400,000 Bitcoin this cycle. I mean, at the peak. I was a big ETH fanboy, but now with ETHgate, dude, the only thing I know about ETHgate is that it's a thing. I don't know anything about ETHgate. What is ETHgate? I don't even know. What, dude? ETHgate is this big thing, except I don't know anything about it. What is ETHgate? No one in the mainstream knows what the hell ETHgate is. So don't assume that it's like this big thing. I mean, are they talking about it on the news or something? I mean, who's talking about it? Like, what is it? What is it? What's going on? Is there some crazy pedophile ring underneath the surface or what? I have no idea. I've heard, but the only place I've heard it from is the people who comment on my videos or like one or two people on Twitter, and they won't explain it to me. So it's like, okay, well, all right. Am I supposed to? Can I even search it? Can I search it on Google? Probably not. I haven't even looked. What is it? I don't even know what the hell ETHgate is. But people are saying, oh, they're going to sacrifice it. Dude, why would BlackRock wouldn't file for an ETF an ETH ETF if they didn't think it's going to be huge. They're not going to sacrifice Ethereum. Dude, like almost all of crypto is built on Ethereum. Like most of our big projects are on Ethereum. How are they going to sacrifice it? It's decentralized anyways. Even XLM would be better than XRP. Yeah, I think XLM is going to give us more gains. I really do. XRP is going to die. Yeah, I think it'll have a big exit run, to be honest. And then, because there's no usage. Like, I don't think anyone's using XRP. And most of the influencers are scammers. They're literally just saying shit that's not true. And they're getting all this attention, so they just keep doing it. Like, what's his name? He's on Twitter. Jack the Rippler? Or something like. He's just all he does is say stuff that is not true at all. Let's see. And then he gets tons of, let's see. Possibility of a 10 million settlement. Okay. See, like maybe not everything, but he comes out there with some crazy stuff. XRP ledger is 100% decentralized. Well, not XRP, but the XRP ledger maybe. I don't know. But XRP is definitely not decentralized when the creators of it hold like half of it and are dumping constantly.
Governed by all of its participants. XRP ledger is decentralized because no organization or individual has any legal right or ability to control it. Every participant enforces every single rule, and the system is governed by all of its participants. XRP ledger
yeah,
is
but who are the
decentralized
participants? That's the question.
Organization or
it probably is decentralized. That's fine, but that doesn't mean that XRP has any
macro
use case.
environment
Or it has a
around
use case,
custody
but it's not
digital
being used.
assets.
XRP has a use case, but it's no one wants it. No one wants to use it because there's private ledgers out there that the banks they don't need XRP. They're gonna go private. Why would they why would they use a public ledger?
Central bank digital currencies, or the macro environment around custody digital assets is expected to be close to $10 trillion by the year 2030. And inevitably, people are going to need to play.
By the way, Swift, they're not going with Ripple. They tested out XRP. They're not going with Ripple. They're going with Chainlink. I don't know if you guys know that.
To store those assets and safe, secure, and they need to be able to transfer them as well, having good on and off ramps, even a tokenization engine, some of the work Ripple is doing around central bank digital currencies or CBDCs. So we think there's a lot of pieces that come together, and we already had, and I remember when you and I first spoke, I remember.
The smart thing to do is that if XRP pumps, and it probably will, I mean, it's due for a massive pump. It didn't have a bull run last run. So I think this time it's going to make up for it. And when you look at the log chart, it's in a humongous bull pennant. So let's take a look at that. Right here. On the logarithmic chart, it's in a massive multi-year bull pennant. And what does that mean? I think it's going to go up from here. It might come down to fake us out, to be honest. But that might be if we see like a big COVID-like event to where every market dumps, and then this would just fake us out, fake everyone out, come down pretty low. Maybe probably 20 cents or something like that. Come right down to like 17 cents. And then big money will buy from there, and then it'll pump to like $10 or something. And then everyone will be talking about it, and then it'll dump. It'll all dump, and then the smart people will sell all their XRP, and they'll buy a Ripple IPO with that money. I mean, that's a big bull flag, dude. From I mean, basically from 17. It's like a 6 or 7 year bull flag. It's not a bull flag. I keep saying bull flag. Bull pennant. It's still a bullish structure on the weekly or even the daily, but it's so big you can't even fit it all on the daily. This big bull pennant. I can't even zoom out any more than that. I mean, let's look at the monthly. You mean, damn, dude. This thing's going to like $10, I bet. Yeah, and then I think, maybe 20. I don't think it's going much higher than that because that'll be a huge market cap. Yeah, I'm setting my sights on this one. And take a measured move, right? Let me see. Take a measured move from the last pump. And just kind of do it like that. And then you can place it over here. And, come on, man. Come on. Don't do this to me now. Just do that and put it right here. And where does that end up? Shit. Hey, who knows? Maybe it'll go up to wherever this is. 589. Dude, that would be insane though, wouldn't it? Like, it's almost at 589. Like, imagine that though. One XRP is $589. Shit, dude, imagine that. Let me see if I can do it more accurately. And if it, wouldn't that be something? I mean, then the whole XRP community would just be like rubbing our faces in it. Like, hey, we had faith the whole time. The whole bearable guy community. I'd say that's about right. And then so we can place that on top of like over here. I'm gonna do this here. So hey, the whole 589 meme? Maybe it's true. Maybe it's true. Let's see. Let's put it. I mean, who knows when this is gonna go, but and then who knows, but it's close enough to 589 that would be hilarious, dude. But anyways, hey, you never know. But this is like not the log chart, is it? That's a log chart. Oh, on the regular chart, let's see if it's different. Yeah, let's see. So we'll take this here, which is, yeah, it's totally different on the log chart. So I think the way I did it first, let me see. There. So basically that, I think I was right. And then it goes up to what? It goes up to $4, dude. So if it makes the same kind of like explosion, it goes up to $4. So if it does the same move it did in 2016, 2017, and that it'll take the same amount of money. That's what it is, diminishing returns. It'll take the same amount of money that it took in 2016, 2017 to go from here to here. The same amount of money put into XRP will make it go to $4. So, I mean, it's going to take so much more money just to push it up to $4. Because back then, it was a tiny market cap. Teeny tiny back then, man. Barely anyone knew about XRP. And if you're in XRP back here, well, you're probably one of those influencers who's like, got a shit ton of it. And really, honestly, I would have sold most of it already. But if you're still holding a huge bag, you're not buying up here. That would be insane, unless you're a true believer, which I'm sure there's a few of those. There's a true few believers in every project, and I don't blame them. I've been a true believer in a few different projects that went to zero. You're not buying up here though. if you got a big bag down here, well, it's like such a night and day difference. But, you know, I wonder where this manipulation came from. I wish I was around in 2016 just to figure out, like, how they got all this capital, you know, if it's all real or what, if it's bank capital, or where did it all come from so suddenly, you know? And it was explosive, and I do believe something like that's going to happen this cycle too, just not on XRP. Like, it'll be some other unheard crypto. And look, it was at like less than a penny, just in February of 17. And it doubled, then it like went like a 5x, then that's like a 6x. I mean, this is all just within a few months, within like 3 or 4 months, you know. It did like a 50x, so, or more, probably more, yeah, like freaking like 80, like 70x or something, like a 10x or 70x, I don't know. Yeah, like a 70x or something like that. Anyways, all I know is, like, I'm not holding my breath, except I do think this one has the potential to pump really hard, really quickly, because that's kind of that's like basically what it does, you know. That makes everyone happy. So, I mean, I'm sure accumulating at this point is probably decently safe, I would say, especially after, I mean, technically, I think XRP is the only crypto in the space that's has lawfully been declared by a judge to not be a security. I don't know how much weight that holds. I don't know if that really means what we think it means. You know, if it really means like it's the only one that's not a security. You know, but when it had that 100% pump because of the lawsuit declaration or whatever, that it's not a security, it came right back down really quickly. You know, like, what happened there, dude? And it's been down the same. It's definitely, like, seems like it's manipulated, because I know a lot of people were buying it. I sold, and it hasn't gone over that since that day back in, what was it, July? Back in July, I sold. I made a good 100% gain that day, and I sold at the top because I just knew it. You just know after a while. You just know, like, I mean, I think I sold like up here. I sold at like 80 cents or something. I don't remember. It was up here somewhere. That was near enough the top. But I was like, oh, okay. You know, you don't see these big 100% candles in one day without people taking profit. You know? And I'm sure there were people who were actually buying that day, which that doesn't make sense. But, you know, it does make sense the way you see it, if you perceive it, you just need to be experienced with XRP, I guess. And the way I see XRP is like, yeah, any freaking pump it has gets sold off. It's like whoever has all the XRP is literally selling every time it goes up. And they're like, no one has a chance to make money because all the money's selling the supply every time it pumps. I mean, that was one of the biggest announcements the crypto space has ever heard. You know, from the law system, from the U.S. legal system, from the judicial system. And that's huge. From a regulatory standpoint, this was one of the biggest days of news that the crypto space has ever seen. And then it comes down even lower than it was before. It gets sold down within like a month. You know, like, it completely sells off. It didn't retain any of this structure. It didn't create a structure except for bearish. Now, it is creating a nice floor here that keeps going up. That is actually why I'm bullish on it. and I think there will be a big exit pump. I think it'll have a good bull run this time. I mean, 'cause there's nothing holding it back now besides no one's using it. But that doesn't mean, dude, there's tons of useless cryptos out there that pump like crazy. Look at Celestia. They have no revenue. No revenue. Like, it's under $100 of revenue and they're still pumping like crazy, and it's all due to, narratives control, and we might even see a payment narrative this bull run. There's a possibility we might see a payment narrative that just sneaks up on us. I mean, in that case, I'd probably rather hold some XLM, to be honest. I'd rather hold some XLM. I mean, they're the ones who are called the Lumen. I mean, dude, Illuminati, anyone? I mean, that's the one that's the chosen one, if anything. I mean, why does it go up every time XRP goes up? Maybe it's the true XRP, Maybe it's going to be the one that's around. Maybe that's a PSYOP in itself. Like, they have their stellar conferences and the place is like tattered and falling apart. Maybe that's an illusion. Maybe they do that on purpose, so people don't think it's a big deal, like that they don't have money. They're not really, but I bet Stellar is setting up something, and the XLM token actually is needed, so XLM should go up. Plus I'm a little biased because I've told everyone this millions of times, but I've had a big vision that XLM is going to be huge someday, and that was like 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And it still hasn't happened, but who knows? But I'd rather hold it. I have a little XLM. I have more XLM than XRP. All right. So I that was quite a rant. Is anyone still here?
I remember being
Let's see. Anyone here? Is there anybody here? Yes. What's up, Lily? What's up, Lily? With the pink hands? A-Rod, the digital asset investor, follow him. That's all he talks about. What? I do follow him. He's the one who got me into XRP. Yeah, he's the one that got me stoked. I wouldn't have done a YouTube channel if I wasn't excited about XRP, because I was more excited about XRP than I've ever been about anything. And that's why I got into really hardcore into crypto and XRP. And then once you go down the XRP community rabbit hole, it's funny that, we're being led by this huge lie. Like, who knows? XRP might be huge. I don't know. I'm just sharing my opinion. But I think, we've been lied to quite a bit, and XRP hasn't done jack shit to make us rich. But at the same time, once you go down the rabbit hole that the Ripple community is down, you really start learning a lot about this world and the world's financial system, and especially like the Illuminati and stuff. Like, you really kind of like, it's crazy that it's funny how it's more of like a conservative community. It's just funny how things work out sometimes. But it really did help me wake up. I was already awake. I woke up in the summer of 2016, but I didn't know. I didn't have the information. My eyes were opened, but I didn't have all the information. And then I learned tons of information about how this world works, especially the financial system. I learned a lot in 2019, 2020. Yeah. And, it's crazy. Yeah. Doesn't do anything, Parsa. I mean, it hasn't done anything. But it, I feel like it's coming. I feel like there must be a pump coming. And, if anything, an exit pump. And, I really don't know much. But I think it should go to like $10 at least. Maybe. That would be a high market cap. And then there'd be so much FUD about it. Like, what does it do? It doesn't. No one's using XRP for anything. And there's a lot of disinformation out there. So who knows? Maybe it'll be FUDded at $4. It won't even go past that. Maybe it won't go past. Maybe it'll go to all-time high and won't even go above that. But we don't know what kind of like geopolitical events happen. We don't, and when the financial system collapses, there's a lot of new holders. I've been hearing all sorts of different people talking about XRP that aren't even crypto people, like people I listen to on YouTube, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, cryptocurrencies, and they mention XRP, like that's the cryptocurrency they talk about. And it's like, damn, I remember those days when I was new and naive, and like that was like everything. XRP was like, but yeah, of course I'm just looking for. I thought it was going to go to like 589 overnight and stuff like that, and then everyone's a different type of investor. I'm sure the people holding a ton of XRP right now, I'm sure they will be rewarded. After all this mess, this lawsuit and all that, I mean, usually when the SEC goes up against an entity and that entity kind of like proves them wrong or wins, I think Amazon did it. And I think Tesla did it, or it might have been SpaceX, but I know Elon went through that. And Amazon and Tesla just went insanely high. So you never know. Who knows? I mean, maybe the regulations will make it so that XRP is like the only one that can be bought or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. So I can't waste my energy on not knowing what's going to happen and like hoping something happens. Just having a little bit of XRP, that might be a good idea, at least just having a little, just in case it does go crazy or something. Who knows? I just don't see utilization, right? I don't think the banks are going to use it. Banks aren't going to use it. They've already decided what they're going to be using, like private ledgers and stuff. So they don't need crypto at all, but they love blockchain. But I think there are going to be I think Metal blockchain has some ties to like the new digital dollar or whatever, or the Federal Reserve coin or something. I'm not sure. I think Metal blockchain might be one to keep an eye on. XPR, maybe, like Proton Network. There's a lot of conspiracy about that one too, which I bet just the conspiracy alone will pump the price, since that one's pretty low cap. I can see like explosive energy coming into that one, Proton. But he is associated with like Richard Branson, Marshall. What's the name? Marshall Haynes. He's friends with like Richard Branson, which I think I heard that he came out on the Jeffrey Epstein blacklist. I think Richard Branson. So he has ties to those types of people, which are basically, I think, Illuminati, right? So it might go crazy. Maybe XPR, might be one of what a variable guy was talking about. I don't know. Maybe that's his purple flag. I don't know. Anyways, has anyone figured out who Bearable Guy is? I think it's the head team at Ripple, or maybe they paid a few of the influencers to create a whole like storyline around it or something. And I think the original artist must have like said "fuck this shit" or died, something. Because he's gone. the artwork changed. I think the original artwork was way better. And then it kind of changed. And now I haven't followed Bearable Guy at all. It's just too, it used to be fun when we thought we were going to get rich overnight. It's just a fun feeling to have when you truly believe it. And you're like, dude, a switch is going to be flipped. And I'm going to be one of the richest people I know. And, it's like, no, I don't think it works that way. And you just learn more and more about the financial system and money and how it gets moved and why people allocate, their funds in certain areas. And I don't know. Marshall Hayner. Matt Hamilton. Who's Matt Hamilton? I don't know who that is. Meta AI says XRP is being currently used for cross international payments. Well, it might be, but not on a large scale. Just Lee. I don't know why that hand came out pink. Hey, I don't mind. It's probably because your logo is pink. I think it's pretty cool. It's crazy how it doesn't do much. Yeah. A-Rod, digital asset investor, follows him. That's all he talks about. I don't know about the IC. Oh, by the way, ICP, I think it's going to have a phenomenal bull run. I think that's where like XRP people should be really concentrating on. Like that's, I don't have any, and I kind of feel stupid. I just don't have a lot of funds. I don't have any money to allocate to, but if I had like $10,000, I would feel really good putting it all in ICP and ICP's ecosystem. I just feel like the whole ecosystem is going to blow up. But I also do feel like ICP, Internet Computer Protocol, might be a scam. But if it is, it's a big scam, and apparently it has a really good technology. So, I mean, apparently you just build on top of that. You don't have to use Amazon Web Services or Cloudflare or anything. So, but then you're still relying on internet. You're still relying on Dfinity. It's still centralized. So it's like, what's the difference? Well, we'll see how that unfolds and what kind of partnerships they tell us about. I feel like they got partnerships lined up, and no one's talking about it because there's a lot of conspiracy there too, with Sam Bankman-Fried and the way he manipulated the ICP price to like over $600, and then everyone thought it was a scam, which is rightly so, because the VCs sold at the top and then it just crashed down to like $3, and that's when I made my only video on a internet computer, and then it went up right after that because I'm a boss. I'm a G, bro. I'm good at timing things. So I basically made my video at the very bottom. I guarantee you it's a New World Order token. It's not decentralized, that's for sure. But then I'm willing to bet that most of the popular cryptos are New World Order tokens, I mean, if they weren't, like, the problem is it's too diluted. The whole space is too diluted. So people have their little niches. They have their little decentralized tokens, but in communities like Digibyte, I like Digibyte. I don't think there's anything nefarious going on with that one. I don't think. And it's like decentralized, and look at Doge, like, I think that's New World Order too. The EGOD, it backwards, it's EGOD. And they're collaborating with Ethereum now. Elon Musk is a champion of Doge. I mean, I'm sure a lot of like nefarious people were in it. And then Elon Musk, with his popularity, pumped it, and he got his friends rich. And it's fun to follow him and be like, dude, he's fixing everything. Well, you really think one guy can make all this like change and innovate so much without any backing? He's probably like Chinese, dude. I think he's like half Chinese or something. He comes from Chinese royalty. That's what I've heard. And you can tell, like, look at his face. Yeah, he's got those eyes, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I don't think he is who he says he is. I think he has backing by China. I think he has backing by probably the Rothschilds, or like whoever is up there at the top nowadays. Yeah. I mean, he's obviously I think he's a puppet, to be honest. And he just looks like he's on top of the world. He laughs like he is. He has the money. I think it's all mostly like there to give us a reason to follow him. And then he goes and like, he's a champion of free speech. And yeah, but he still censors, man. Like, I'm still shadow banned on his platform. Like, so he's not all for maybe free speech that he wants to be heard at the moment. Yeah, and then all of a sudden he just in less than a year he becomes this champion of the right-wing free speech crowd. It's like, dude, he's just manipulating you guys, man. That's all he's doing. He's putting you in a place where he's putting you in a place that they want you to be in for whatever's coming. You know, they're putting all the pieces, they're putting everyone in their place. They're setting up the situation. They're setting it all up. And we're just pawns at this point. Or most of us are, you know, the American public, basically the world public, you know, because the globalists are in charge. You know, that's why America is being destroyed from within. The globalists, basically the Western values that America holds, is that's the only thing that's the only thing that's in America's in the globalist way now, because they want globalization, they want open borders, but they want to have central control over it, over everything, everyone in the world. And it probably feels good to be in that position, to know you're part of one of them and you're going to be okay, because we all know some crazy shit's about to happen, right? So a lot of people are seeking security, and if you have enough money and like you're part of that, you can be part of the fun that whatever they've got, you play your part in it, right? And you can like manipulate the masses, and you probably feel powerful. You probably feel like you can do anything. You know, you're part of the cool group, you know? You're popular, people listen to you. You can say anything, people listen to you because they trust you, because you're in a position. Well, first of all, nowadays what they're doing is, if you have a ton of money, you are people are looking at people with money as, they're like praising them, like they're looking at them and like, I want to be like him, you know? So I've noticed a trend in the last 2 years is like, yeah, just like you can let people know you have a lot of money, and that actually increases your popularity. You know, if you're some influencer and like people find out you have a ton of money, you're going to get a lot more subscribers. So that, I mean, it's the same thing in like every genre almost. If you're at the top of your game, and most people consider making a ton of money being at the top of your game. I don't know. Thanks, Jason Cook. How you doing, brother? Even XLM, yeah, XLM. I think XRP is gonna die. A storm is coming. Oh, be careful with gematria, man. I used to believe that too. I thought it's just like, it's just a bunch of BS, I think. I had a kind of vision which told me the markets will crash December 19th of 2024. Who knows, man? You know what, though? I've had visions that nothing came of them. And I was like, oh, shit, man. I literally was sitting there believing my vision for like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for like a year straight. And it didn't happen. I'm like, dude, what's wrong with me? So I don't take them like as 100% like they're gonna happen anymore. Although that XLM stellar vision that I had was really weird. It came out of nowhere. That was so bizarre. So I truly think that one's gonna. You know what I truly think? I think Chainlink and Stellar XLM are like the two chosen ones. I think those ones gonna be intertwined with our whole new system big time, because I had a huge really cool Chainlink vision too. That was cool, but I'm just gonna keep that to myself. However, I had a kind of vision. Okay, good to see you making a video. Hope everything's going well. Yeah, things are so much better nowadays for me. I'm just out here working all the time, and it's great. I love being busy and making money and investing in crypto, and just getting pretty excited for this crypto bull market. Jamaica's just giving too many dates in relation to XRP. Can't really take it for granted. Maybe, I don't know. But overall, Gematrix is quite nice. There are some cool, yeah. And you know, I realized that I remember the day when Gematrix got bought out, and they changed things around. So be careful. I don't know who bought the website, but they might be like changing stuff. Yeah, I don't know if it's all true. I remember it's like 4 years ago or something. Yeah. Worth to note and put somewhere in the back of my mind. When things come closer, it's good to check charts. They're a good reference to validate ideas, as one mentioned. Oh, metaverse? I don't think metaverse is gonna. I think metaverse had its big last run, and it's kind of too soon. That's what I don't think NFTs or metaverse are gonna have the same kind of run that they did. Those initial runs are usually the biggest ones. So like last cycle it was mostly DeFi. DeFi was the first big one, and then it was NFTs, and then it was metaverse. Why no Pulse Chain? That's on my list, dude. Pulse Chain's, I think it is. That or Hex. I think Hex and Pulse Chain are both going to do well. Come on, CoinGecko. Let's go. Yeah, Pulse Chain. See, I have a small list, and Pulse Chain is on it. I think Pulse Chain's going to do fantastic. And it's at the bottom. And people are talking a lot of crap about it. And I think that's when you buy. I think it's time to buy. What do you think? You guys like Hex and Pulse Chain? I made a lot of money last cycle on Hex. A lot. Let's go down a little. Let's go down. Let's see. Charts won't warn us of a black swan. Well, they kind of warned us ahead of time of our COVID. They were kind of drooping down and drooping, and then they crashed. So we had a little bit of a warning. Robinhood coins are a must. Well, what's on Robinhood? Let's take a look. Robinhood coins. Oh, are you talking about Richard Hart? That's what you meant. I thought you said RH. I thought you meant Robinhood. But okay, so Injective is good, but I'll tell you what, bro. If I was holding Injective right now, I would sell it all for Trios. And that's all I'm gonna say. Well, because Trios, like, they have the same tokenomics, so I think Trios could be like the next Injective. Am I staking? Staking what? Those are no naive words. It's really that way. It's mind-blowing. Boom. Binance delisted Monero. It's going to be tough for privacy coins. Yeah, it's going to be tough, baby. This cycle, I don't know, but I bet the smart people are stacking Monero. I bet anything. For a chaotic world, for a dystopian world, Monero is like perfect. If you're wealthy and you don't want everyone to know, what you're doing with your money. My pick is Nicholas Kokolas from Pi Networks. His name is reverse. Oh, for Satoshi, yeah. I don't know. I just haven't heard him speak too much. Yeah, Pi is kind of just a faith project right now. I have faith. I'm holding it. I'm hoping I'm not, it's like you can't even buy it. So it's like I'm not buying it, but I have a lot and I'm holding it, and hopefully it gets listed, and hopefully it's not a big scam and there's not just a big sell-off and that's it. But it seems to be decentralized. I mean, a lot of people have, I don't know. I just don't see how it could be a security. So who knows? And it's built on XLM Stellar network. So maybe they'll use it someday. I don't know. I really don't know. They don't even have a mainnet yet. So it's still early. The deep fakes will make it harder to know what's real or not. Yeah. The deep fakes. I mean, dude, that's why I think, who knows? Maybe this Putin interview with Tucker Carlson tonight. That's tonight, right? Is yeah, maybe it's a deep fake. Who knows? You don't know, man. It's just, never know. I've been good, Carl Lewis. You're probably not still here, but I'm doing pretty good. I'm working a lot. I quit drinking beer. Now I just work. I work constantly, all day, every day. I'm on the road, and it's nice. I like being out and about. I like making money. I like being my own boss. So I think we can get our own land, grow our own food, buy land with the living trust. We don't need their system like we think. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I just don't know a lot about that kind of stuff. Like, unfortunately, I'm in California, and like I've been raised in California, and I'm just kind of been part of the system my whole life, and so I try to stay out of it as much as possible. But being self-sufficient, like growing my own food, having my own land and stuff, I don't know. I know I could do it. It's just, it would be a big change. Not having internet. Well, I mean, you could have internet, just use Tor. But I mean, who would be your internet provider? Right? See, like you got to think of all that. You got to do everything on your own. Check out 13th floor. AI been around since the 40s. Yeah. Your smartphone is the Black Mirror. Oh, you think so? Maybe. That's a good... I've never thought about it like that. Black Mirror. Anything on the tell lies to your vision. The television is a PSYOP. True. Manchurian candidate. All presidents are... Yeah, I know. All presidents are definitely picked. Chosen by the elite. Most important that you stay healthy, honest, and humble, and share your love with this world the way you do. Yeah, true. That's very important. Because in the end, all we have is ourselves. We could lose everything, but we still have our morals, we still have our health. I mean, really, if you're stranded on a desert island, you don't have anything but your wits, and, you need to stay healthy and stay alive, and it's just survival mode, and then that'll probably be pretty humbling, and I feel like we're all going to be humbled, and so it's like, may as well get a head start and just try to humble yourself now, and just try to be loving. So, see, I have a problem with trust, so I don't really hang out with a lot of people. So that's something it's like hard for me. I love people though. I love people, but I've been fucked over quite a bit just because I used to be too trusting, and it's like that never worked out. Maybe because I live in California, I don't know. Oh, so you're all over FEG. Yeah. Yeah, FEG is the one where they're giving money to gorillas. It's a meme coin, but it's like a charity meme coin, right? So the digital asset investor, follow him. That's all he talks about. It's about the ICO and the unfair advantage. They used to get a jump on the market. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, smart money always buys before it's even released. And that's how they get their 100, 200, 300 X's. And then they're out. They're out by the time the mainstream is buying. Been holding, yeah. Matt Hamilton was a bearable guy. Matt was on the Ripple team. Now he's working Filecoin. Oh, Filecoin's another one. That one's going to do well. Storage. So Filecoin, and then I think Arweave is going to do well too. I heard Facebook or Meta was using Filecoin, like independent. Like they're just using it because it's decentralized storage. He's also contracted by the government for military equipment. Meta AI says XRP is the world bridge digital currency. If you have WhatsApp, you can ask me. I don't have WhatsApp. I don't even trust WhatsApp, man. That's not a Chinese app. I'm not trusting the Chinese, man. I mean, dude, they don't even allow TikTok in their country. So it's basically a PSYOP instrument created for the U.S. from China. Thanks, China, to get us all fucking stupid and distracted, and to basically collect all of our data. You know, the Tuckins. Pi Network's on mainnet. Oh, it's just enclosed. That's right. Okay. Open. It needs to be opened for the world to be able to use it. I'm not ready to let my INJ go. I got in at 8. Staking, expecting. I'm sure. I think INJ's got a healthy run ahead of it. I mean, some really good, smart people are in it. That, like Render. Just buy the coin. Yeah, I mean, just take a look at Trias. Take a look at the tokenomics, especially. And the market cap is still low. You would be a cool guy to be real life friends with. Yeah, things have changed. But yeah, I used to have a lot more friends. Now I'm mostly just online, which is probably not a good thing. But I'm actually really independent for the most part. I'm very adaptable. So that's probably good for me, I guess. You would be I was talking about ETHgate. Oh, A-Rod, what? You're talking about ETHgate? See, I don't know anything about ETHgate. What is it, man? A-Rod, you gotta let me know, or I don't know if you can text me or something, but what the heck is ETHgate, man? What is it? Is it really crazy or something? The digital asset investor. Oh, that's all he talks about is ETHgate? Well, see, that's why you guys that's why everyone's talking about. He's probably making some shit up or something. I'll you know what? I'll watch his videos on ETHgate. I haven't watched any XRP content for years. Digital asset investor. So all he talks about is ETHgate. Yeah. You don't think he's employed by Ripple? Look at, yeah, you're right. 11 hours ago, ETHgate drama, dude. Is he the only one talking about ETHgate? Is it only the Ripple XRP community? It's probably all made up, man. Because no one's talking about ETHgate. Oh, look, ETHgate. Should you sell your Ethereum? All right, so I like these guys. Discover Crypto. I think Discover Crypto is the company that BitBoy was with before. I think they're the company he's suing or whatever. They fired him. So let's take a look. What is ETHgate?
House of Ethereum quite possibly could be standing on very shaky grounds. That's because there has been a series of explosive revelations about the founding of Ethereum and its foundation, and quite possibly very concerning connections to the SEC. This could mean a gigantic shift in the cryptoverse, and could signal the downfall of an entire ecosystem. Because if what we're about to uncover with ETHgate is true, this very well could pave the way for another project to take over the #2 spot behind Bitcoin. It's time to discover crypto.
You know, I think ICP is the next ETH/Solana.
From the outside looking in, the Ethereum Foundation seems to be laser focused on providing value and real life use case on their decentralized blockchain. But is that the truth? Is there more to this story than simply Ethereum Foundations just dreaming of interoperability and interconnectivity in the universe of blockchain?
Decentralized applications have been becoming more and more important in the past 10 years and have the benefits of massively reducing costs and barriers to entry, removing single points of failure, preventing censorship, and ensuring transparency and trust between all the parties involved in an interaction.
Because in the Ethereum white paper,
Dude, if anyone's an alien, it's him.
its intent is to create an alternative protocol
That,
for
or
building
maybe he's a robot. Maybe he's just AI. Has anyone ever seen him in real life?
decentralized applications, providing a different set of trade-offs that will be very useful for a large class of decentralized applications. In an interview with Quartz published November 26 of 2018, Vitalik Buterin was asked, what if the person at the very start isn't putting the right information on the blockchain? He answered, blockchains definitely make it harder to contradict yourself. They definitely add on to the guarantees that you have. Other than making a sense of connections and connecting the dots, this is a story of contradictions. Those words from Vitalik Buterin, although well-meaning, are mere bubbles of water as per a Chinese proverb. When all the while, the action is the opposite to what is happening in the regulatory committee like the SEC, where Ethereum gets an alleged free pass and Ripple gets sued. This is essentially what encompasses the ETHgate scandal that is potentially bound to a deeper and worse problem than FTX. First, we look at the conception and funding of Ethereum. Vitalik Buterin in 2011 grew fast.
You know what? Whatever ETHgate is, I bet. You know how we thought Bitcoin was trash because it's centralized and all the miners are in China and stuff. I bet this story gets brushed under the carpet, just like that is. And I bet ETH has a big run. I guarantee. I can almost 99% guarantee ETH is not dead. This is just crypto FUD. I mean, every major project goes through a bunch of FUD, a period of FUD, and it's low now, and people are buying it because it's low now. I honestly, I don't see ETH going anywhere. Just like Bitcoin, I was a true believer that Bitcoin was dead and it was a piece of trash, and no one was gonna want it. But look what it did last cycle, and look at what it's doing right now. You know, it's the first place people come to for decentralized money, and yeah, I think this is a story. Who knows? Maybe the Ethereum Foundation, or maybe people with a lot of ETH are paying for this story. But I mean, so far he hasn't really said anything. So let's see what he's
Fascinated with Bitcoin. 3 years after Satoshi introduced the.
Let me see if there's a shorter video on ETHgate. Because, like, dude, just the word ETHgate is like, okay, everyone's using this gate behind a word and making it a big thing nowadays. Let's see if there's a short video. So you can't even find anything about ETHgate. Like, just 2 videos. ETHgate explained. And then I gotta go. Yeah, it's a Ripple thing. And I don't trust Ripple. I don't trust all these Ripple conspiracies anymore, man. It took me a few years to figure that out. Let's see.
Reminds me of do you remember the story?
See, like, this was a year ago, and I'm just now hearing about ETHgate. Like, what is this ETHgate thing? I'll keep look. I'll actually I'll listen to the Digital Asset Investor. I'll figure out what I think about it once I figure out what the hell it is. If anyone could just explain it in like 4 sentences, but no one will explain it to me. See, even Chico Crypto. Let's see. See, it is XRP. That's what Chico Crypto's saying. ETHgate exposed by I think it's an XRP thing. Like, and we all know the XRP community makes things out of nothing, and they make them way bigger than they actually are. And well, the thing is, like, there's probably a lot of truth to whatever ETHgate is. I still don't know what the hell it is. But I want to listen to what Chico Crypto says here. Now, and for in full transparency, I think Chico Crypto, I think he's been paid by like Ethereum bulls. Like, I think he's part of the ETH team because he always defends Ethereum. So I'm only behind any project that I think is going to go up. That's all. I don't have any allegiance to Ethereum. I don't even hold any Ethereum. But I just feel like Ethereum's going to go up, you know, more than XRP, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But well, I also feel like the whole market is kind of waiting for Ethereum. Like, once Ethereum goes, everything goes, because it's like it's the first big altcoin ever. It's the biggest altcoin out there. So once the big altcoin goes, I think that's when it gives a green light to the rest of the market. That's why I'm like, dude, well, if Ethereum dies, it's going to be shaky for the whole market, man. Because then who's next? There's like 100 other layer ones who are waiting in line to be the ETH killers, you know? So it's going to be very diluted. I don't know, man. we'll see. I don't think ETH is dead.
Ethereum versus XRP. Who is the security? The SEC is gung-ho on classifying a certain
Now, the
group
SEC
of
is
crypto
definitely corrupt, though. Their SEC is totally corrupt, for sure.
assets as securities. Should it be Ether? Should it be XRP? Or should it be neither? We'll find out in about 10 minutes because it's time for Chico Crypto. Yeah, the SEC has been playing hardball lately. The SEC just launched a probe against America's largest crypto exchange, Coinbase, over alleged listings of securities. And they named 9 crypto tokens, which they think are securities. As we can see from this article, they think AMP, Rally, Derivadex, XYO, Rare Governance Token, LCX, Power Ledger, DFX Finance, and Chromatica are securities that got listed on Coinbase. So what about Ether and XRP? Well, this is an interesting story with many twists and turns. But first, we have to understand who is heading the SEC, and that is Gary Gensler. So what does old Gensler think about crypto assets and securities? Well, just last month in late June, Gary gave his opinion. Let's listen in.
And many of these financial assets, crypto financial assets, have the key attributes of a security. So some of them, they're under the Securities and Exchange Commission. Some, like Bitcoin, and that's the only one, Jim, I'm going to say, because I'm not going to talk about any one of these tokens, but sure. My predecessors and others have said they're a commodity.
Gary would only mention Bitcoin as a non-security. No mention of any other crypto asset, including Ether and XRP. This is very interesting, as many believe only 2 crypto assets have earned the fabled non-security commodity status in the eyes of the SEC. That is Bitcoin and Ether. In June of 2018, then senior SEC official William Hinman spoke on securities and crypto assets, and this is what was said.
Moreover, putting aside the fundraising that accompanied the creation of Ether, based on my understanding of the present state of Ether, the Ethereum network, its decentralized structure, we believe current offers and sales of Ether are not securities transactions. As with Bitcoin, applying a disclosure regime, the disclosure regime of the federal securities laws, to current transactions in Ether would seem to add little value.
This set precedent. This spread through the media like wildfire. Top names like CNBC, Yahoo, and Reuters declaring Ethereum as a non-security.
Okay, I think I get it. So ETHgate is that the SEC is corrupt, and so that they're making it so that it's not a security. Yeah, I think they're all like in bed together, to be honest. But I mean, they're all part of the same system, the NWO or whatever. I think they're all just playing games, and I think most of all this stuff with the SEC is an illusion. But I don't know.
So what the freak is going on? Why wouldn't Gensler be on the same page with Hinman, who specifically stated that his department doesn't think Ether is a security? Well, we have to go back in time to understand. Gary Gensler used to be a professor at MIT, and he offered courses on crypto assets and blockchain. And this is what he said in 2018.
This is why I've earlier this year said I think that most of them are. I think Ether, when it was done in 2014, would pass this test. When I say pass, it means it's a security.
And then once again in 2018, he broke it down even further.
Ethereum, when it was first promoted in 2014, I believe passed this test. And the word pass means that you are a security. Just a little vocabulary thing. You want to fail the Howey test, by the way. Like if you are a venture capitalist, you don't want to be regulated, you want to fail this test. But to pass the Howey test, Ethereum in 2014 exchanged Bitcoin for ETH. There was an investment in a common enterprise at that point in time, a 20 or 21-year-old Vitalik Buterin running a Ethereum Foundation out of Switzerland. It was one group. An expectation of profits. They had no functioning network. It was just an idea and a white paper, really good idea, and good faith actors. And it was reliant on whether Vitalik and his, team of coders were going to stand this project up. I mean, to me, I don't even think there's much doubt what this was in 2014 when they raised the $18 million.
Gary is dead set that Ethereum was a security in 2014. But then there's this. Bill Hinman, the guy who stated this, left the SEC in late 2020, which means maybe his and his department's opinion doesn't matter anymore. Now, what about XRP? Well, everyone knows in late 2020, December to be exact, XRP was hit hard. The SEC announced they had charged Ripple and 2 executives with running a $1.3 billion unregistered securities offering, which Ripple has been fighting with the SEC over in court for 1.5 years now. But there is one character who is coming up frequently in the XRP Ripple case. Can you make a guess of who it is? William Bill Hinman. In July of 2016, the judge overseeing the case allowed Ripple to depose the SEC official. From the article, we can see U.S. District Court Judge Sarah Netburn has denied the SEC's motion to suppress the deposition of the former director of the SEC's Division of Corporation Finance, William Hinman, in a ruling in New York on third.
This is just boring. I still don't know what it is. What's the big thesis? What is it? XRP's or Ethereum's a security? Is that what it's all about? I don't, dude. It's just like, I think it's just a bunch of noise, man. Hey, by the way, check out Whitney Webb. Just listen to like every interview she does. She's on top of it. Like, she's telling us the truth about the scary future. She's telling, like, everything she says, yeah, it checks out. It resonates. So definitely check out Whitney Webb. Dude, I think yeah, see, people are buying ETH. I think ETH is going to go up. I really do. I mean, if I've learned anything, I've learned that when the XRP community like says something's bad, it's usually pretty good. I mean, it's seriously what happened in 2020. Bitcoin went crazy. I wish I was all in on Bitcoin, but no, I was in mostly on XRP. And it's like, it's like the opposite is true. So I think Ethereum's going to go up. That's what I think. I really do. I think it's just going to surprise us. And it's just going to go crazy, like go to $10,000 like overnight. Honestly, I think ETH might go to like 20,000. But I could be wrong. I was wrong back in 2020 about Bitcoin and Ethereum. If I had bought Ethereum back then when I was doubtful about it, I would have done a 40x instead of like a no X on my freaking XRP. I don't know, man. We'll see, man. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe XRP is just being used by Ripple to get money from people so they can build out the infrastructure for Ripple and get more in bed with these banks and show them, like prove to them that they can be deceitful enough to be part of the New World Order. I don't know. Or maybe XRP really is going to go to 589. I'm just not putting much energy into it now because I put so much energy into it in 2019 and 2020. There's actually more like 2018, 2018. The only thing I bought was XRP, all XRP. And then it took me a while to realize like it wasn't doing anything, and it wasn't every single pump it had gets sold off, and the chart is so manipulated. But I guess they're waiting for regulations. So maybe after regulations, maybe it's on. Maybe that's when the light turns green for XRP. So, but I can't put a lot of energy into it anymore because I wasted so much of my energy on it back in 2018, 2019. That I wasted a lot of my money on it, and thankfully, I'm adaptable. I can see what's coming up next. And I saw Chainlink. And if I didn't see Chainlink when it was very low, under $1, before I went to $50, I wouldn't have had any money to put into other cryptos. I wouldn't have had a very good bull market, but I did, because Chainlink really, it killed it for that 1 year, for like 2019 up till like 2020, mid 2020, like for a whole year, like it was just in a bull run the whole time, and it was like the only one. And there was only 2 YouTubers saying anything about Chainlink, and it was Chico Crypto, and it was me, and I was like, bro, look at this shit, like. And so I think I sold a bunch of XRP for it, and I'm glad I did. So, and I think Chainlink's about to do the same thing. The Chainlink chart looks pretty damn good. So, anyway, I just don't have the patience to sit through this. I'm just guessing it's like just BS, to be honest. All this ETHgate stuff. It's probably just, it sounds to me just like the Bitcoin FUD, the miner stuff and all. And like no one ever talks about that anymore. Like no one cares about that. It's, it's more decentralized than we thought. A lot of it was just FUD. I think this whole security thing with the Ethereum and ETHgate, I'd bet anything. I'm betting on it with my money. I'm betting that it's FUD. I have a few meme coins that are on Ethereum. I think they're going to perform well once Ethereum starts going. And I'm seeing the same exact pattern as last cycle with Ethereum. Same exact pattern. I mean, Ethereum's big, dude. Banks are like building on it. They are. JP Morgan is using Ethereum. I think JP Morgan, yeah, Jamie Dimon, they're Ethereum bulls. I bet they have a ton of Ethereum. You don't think they're going to pump that? What are they going to sell at a loss? No, they control the markets. They're the ones who manipulate the markets. So of course they're going to wait for it to pump first. It's going to go crazy, I think. I think it's, what is it called? Onyx. They've built some products on Ethereum, on the Ethereum blockchain that they use. But you know what? I gotta go, guys. I'm gotta get back to work. It's been 3 hours. Oh my gosh. I gotta go to work. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. And I'll probably be doing more live streams. Because I think it's like, that's one point. There's more videos that the CEO was showing whales how to disguise their wallet. See, I don't even think that matters. I think this world is so corrupt, I don't even think it matters. I think whatever, dude, I mean, look at this Jeffrey Epstein thing. No one cares about it. Nothing's happening to any of these people. Like, corruption is just, it's shrugged off nowadays. So whatever corruption there is in Ethereum, I really don't think it's going to kill it. I really don't. And I do think most of the crypto companies out there are corrupt. I mean, I guarantee you Ripple's corrupt. Guarantee it. So, I mean, whatever you think about Ethereum, I'm sure Ripple's done bad shit too. At least Ethereum made its investors rich. XRP hasn't. Only the very early investors. But, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm betting that Ethereum will go up. Because, like, a lot of my coins are built on Ethereum. My Chainlink is on Ethereum. I mean, there's just so much of the infrastructure that's in the crypto space that's built on Ethereum. There's no way it's going to just die. Or maybe the illusion is going to be there, and maybe it'll kill the price for an instant, and then the smart money will buy it when it's low. That's what I think. Maybe if something happens, that'll probably happen. But I don't know. Yeah, we'll see how that develops. I'm just learning about ETHgate. I still don't know exactly what it is because no one can tell me. They're not even in the videos. They can't just simply say what it is. So I'll keep researching. If there's any really, really damning stuff in it, then yeah, maybe then I'll take note of that. But from what I've seen, all this legal jargon and mumbo jumbo is just like, I think it's all just probably FUD. It's probably just FUD they're probably just trying to keep the price low, as long as they can. That's what happened last cycle. And then it blew up. Like Ethereum exploded, man. I mean, we can look at the Ethereum chart. Same thing's happening. We're probably going to have a big event before the halving, which is like in a few months. That's going to crash the markets, or maybe the markets won't even crash. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure the U.S. is going to use whatever event that happens. They're going to use it to print more money than they did back in 2020. And the inflated dollar, and they're going to give people checks again or something like that. But the inflation is a lot more apparent nowadays. And they're going to print all this money, and it'd probably be the last hurrah of the U.S. dollar. And what you can buy with it. So it's like, well, you better buy what you get extra money or whatever. Just put it in anything besides fiat currency. Put it in crypto. I also like silver and precious metals too, like physical gold. Like that's stood the test of time. So yeah, I gotta go. Yeah. Oh, so I'll be back. I'm sure, like once the crypto market commences, the bull market commences, I'll be live streaming more because I'll be a lot more excited about crypto. So, anyways, trust me, it's not going on. Yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with ETHgate. But anyways, either way, I think most of us are probably positioned in some good cryptos. So I think we're all gonna have like a really good financial year this year and next year. I think possibly even life changing. So that's what I'm looking forward to. We gotta make it count. We gotta learn from our mistakes from last market. We gotta learn from our mistakes from the last market, from last bull cycle, and we need to adjust our strategies. So like for me, like I'll just recap, like my strategy now is to try to, first of all, you need to know which narratives are up and coming. Don't start investing in what narrative is hot right now, because it's gonna fade. You need to get into the narratives before they become hot. Like if you were in Metaverse before Meta changed its name, for Facebook changed its name to Meta, then your coins exploded and you were in early. So you had a lot of those coins and you got them for cheap. Same as DeFi. If you were in any of those DeFi protocols like Aave or Curve or like Maker or Compound, if you were in those early, you did very well in the summer of 2020 before Chainlink came around and made DeFi a big thing. Same with NFTs, so like that's why DePIN, decentralized physical infrastructure networks, DeSci, decentralized science, real world assets, AI is huge. What else? Like even like BRC20s, Bitcoin, like Bitcoin alts, basically. Meme coins. If you're in meme coins early before they blow up, yeah, good luck with that. But you got to be in early, and you got to know which narrative, and also too, being in low cap coins can make the biggest difference. I mean, I remember Theta was one of the biggest gainers of my last bull run, and I got in early. I just put I don't know, $100 or $200 in it, and it ran like crazy, and it didn't stop running. And the reason for that was because the silver community was like their baby. Like Theta was being shilled like crazy by the silver community, and it was like a bigger community than silver, but those people do have a lot of money, and they were looking to put their money in something, and they put it in Theta, and I sold at the top, and that was a good one. So I'm trying to figure out what's going to be big this time. I think storage is probably going to be good, like maybe Arweave or something, some low caps. Yeah, so I mean, we just got to be in early. position ourselves the right way. And then also too, what's like another thing that's really a big deal is tokenomics. You can be in the most hyped like crypto ever, but if there's a bunch of unlocks coming and these VCs or the people with a lot of coins are going to be selling constantly, well then your coin's not going to go up no matter how much hype there is. So if you need to look for fully diluted projects, or like really those are the ones that are going to go up. So that's what I'm looking for: low cap, fully diluted, low supply projects. So I mean, that's why I bought gasless. I'm stoked about 0x gas. I think that one's gonna do well. I'm stoked about Happy cybersecurity protocol, HAPI. That one's low cap, almost fully diluted, low supply. Yeah, so that's what I'm starting to do now. It's like I'm really trying to make this one count. Because I think after this, the world's going to be in chaos. Regulations are going to make it so that it's harder to find projects when they're low cap, and it's harder to make gains because we'll have a lot more restrictions. So anyways, I'm going to go and A-Rod text me, man. I thought I'd text you. I'm not sure if I did, but I think I had written out a whole thing and I forgot to send it or something. But anyways, I was gonna see what your what kind of cryptos you're in right now. But anyways, guys, thanks for being here, and hit the thumbs up on your way out if you can. And I'll be around. I don't know when. I just do random live streams whenever I feel like it. So hopefully I'll be doing more live streams as the bull market commences. All right, guys, love you guys. Crypto Mike out. Peace.